desk. That again, last time, make sure my paperwork is in my cabinets. All right, people, how we doing out there? First things first. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC. We got some interesting things to talk about. And on top of that, on the PC corner, we got some really crazy stuff I want to talk about involving some of the computer builds we're going to be doing, involving our screen painting. So we designed some pretty cool computers for our new upcoming screen paints. So I have had to make some rearrangements on the computers. The ones were actually projects we're working on, but also too, most importantly, new screen. So the cardboard box screen is leaving. We're going to be coming to cut that up, flatten it down, tape it up, get the cardboard screen out of here. And I'm going to go pick up this screen on, should be Wednesday or Thursday. We're getting this right here. Picking that up. Going to coat that with the gamer technology, which is going to look absolutely incredible. And we're going to add in the halo system, which I need desperately because, again, I want to be able to show off that our screens not only project the light in the commercial environment, but also too are able to pick up easily on the halo system. Projector system definitely has to be changed out. We're bringing in the Christie LW505, because again, it's positioning these projectors on where they have to be at. Now, we know we're going to have some people come out there after all the demonstrations. We literally do an ambient light projection like no one matches our ambient light projection demonstration. Matter of fact, forgot about that. That's going to be a challenge today for the people who doubt our products. Ambient light projection challenge, which means you're going to see 150-inch screens outside. You're going to see screens to the ceiling. You're going to see screens absorbing sunlight. There's your challenge for the day. Just want to put that in there for you. That's coming. But anyway, so we're going to be using the Christie 505. Not because it's 5,000 lumens. We don't need 5,000 lumens. We never had to use the projector. We need it because the projector has insane lens shifting capabilities. That's why I liked it in the theater room. I can literally shift that thing all the way down to the floor, bring it all the way up to the ceiling, and then bring it back to the wall. When you deal with projectors with lens shift, they all don't have the same lens shift capability. Some can only go but so far. The Christies can go extremely far where we need to go. So where the Christie projector, where the screen has been sitting, the size of the screen, we can only get a 100-inch in here. If I do an ultra short throw in here, the problem I have with the ultra short throw, it's going to conflict with the cabinet. We don't want to see the ultra short throws. This is the problem I have with the ultra short that we have here. That's why I'm bringing an LG 500 lumen projector. It's smaller, it's compact. So we need a long throw demonstration, need an ultra short throw demonstration. So what I'm going to do is pick up this screen. It's 100 inches. It's a perfect size. I need 15 feet in order for the Christie to pick up. And where the Christie has to go at is the reason why we need the lens shift is because from here to here, we don't have 15 feet. It's a pretty good size office, by the way. I saw somebody at the office. They were paying like $600, and their office was so small. I'm like, gee whiz, like it was really small for what they're paying, but we got blessed. We had a big office. But anyway, this is actually considered to be one of the small offices. Can you believe it or not? This is a small office. Consider some of the other ones I've seen, they're gigantic, they're huge. But we don't need anything that big. I needed something with, we wanted windows, but then I was thinking like I'm putting screens in here. We really don't need windows. We need walls, desperately. I don't have windows all over the place. I don't even know where we're going to put a screen at in there. But anyway, so where we're at right here, where that screen is at over there, that's 12 feet from here to here. But there's a little area back here. This is where Taco's line den sits at. We could basically put a rack system in there high enough to basically give him a little rack area over top there, and then basically put the projector right there. Now, because the Christies have insane lens shift capabilities, our image, we can shove it right over here and lift it up because it has a lens shift capability on it. It has some 6-layer lens shift. It's crazy what that projector has. So I can literally stick it there and shift it here. This is why I love lens shift projectors. They make everything so much more easier. So the object was to put it here and hit it there. But the problem is that's 12 feet, and 12 feet won't be big enough to fit that entire screen. We need to fill the whole screen out because that's an edgeless. Might as well. So yeah, it'll fit perfectly. What we have over here is this cat TV. That's what he likes to watch. He should be over there. Yeah, here he is right there. I keep him occupied. I keep him out of my hair. I don't have hair, but you know what I'm talking about. He watches the cat TV. Now the screen we have to put here is a little different. We're going to call this a window screen because it's designed for window effects, stuff like that, special effects, projector mapping. That's what it's used for, period. And it's a strange size. It's 75 by 95 because we're using a zoom setting on the projector. We're using a zoom setting right now. A zoom setting on the projector to get that up close experience, and that's what we need with that screen. It has to literally be built. That screen's a little interesting because we build that one, and that entire screen at the size that it is can come apart, fit into a little case, and we can take it anywhere we go and reset it back up again. Pretty cool, huh? We're gonna build one of those, a portable screen at that massive size. I don't know what size is 70 by 95. It's an odd size for the zoom setting on here. You won't be able to find those. You're going to have to custom build that. But this is what we're picking up right here. We're going to pick this baby up. Now I've had these before. I've actually purchased this screen. I had the 100 inch, 110 inch, and I had the 126 inch already. So we've done these already. What I like about this screen is super lightweight. That's what I like about it. The other screens are super heavy. Now, I found out that I can put this thing to the wall. Why? Because I don't want to drill any holes into this wall at all, period. They already did it. So basically, there used to be a whiteboard there. When I came here, there was a file cabinet over here, there's a whiteboard over here. And I said, we don't need the file cabinet, we don't need the whiteboard at all. So they took it down. So there's 2 holes already up there. Perfect size, perfect height to where the projector hits. Which I find absolutely amazing how God sets everything up. I'm still going to probably pick up the bookcase because I want to put a screen in the bookcase, which is pretty cool. But we're not going to need them on here and here now because we can hang the screen up. So most likely I'm going to have my bookcase rack system here. This is where I can stack all my little projectors I'm going to be building. Not projector, PCs we're going to be building. Our little modified PCs, we're going to have them all up in here. I'm doing a little collection on the side. And those PCs are going to have screens to match every single one of them. So we're going to be color coding screens front and rear and visible color technology to match our PC setups. I told you these things we're not just building computers for the sake of just building computers. It's actually the reason why we're building the computers. Because these little machines we're building have color screens attached to them to match it's a gaming screen paint, colored gaming screen paint to match each system we build. So, as I told you before, that when you see me doing this kind of stuff, that means there must be something big behind it. And what's big behind it is the fact that we have a major company that's interested in using our gaming technology and their gaming lounges. Told you we're always working on something. See? At the end of the day, that's why I said at the end of the day, I can come on here and waste a little bit of my time exposing people. But at the same time, we're building technology at the same time. They can't do that. They have to concentrate everything on me. And that's good, because that means you get nothing done. There you go. You got to know business strategy at the end of the day. Light a little fire, and at the end of the day, they'll follow wherever it goes. And we just sit there and go, look at them run all the way out in the distance. Oh, well, we got things to do. Let's build. Yeah, that's what we do to them all the time. They'll be ranting about anything for days, and we'll be like, okay, we're gonna build this, put this. I'm in here putting all these computers together, building all these different, writing down what I want to design, what I want to build, and we're actually developing color, front and rear technology to show off not only the awesome computer builds are going to match, but basically it gives you like a heavy impact. Like we're building gaming systems, we're building these small micro screens that are attached over top of them. The colors match the screens. Yeah, there you go. There you go. See? That's what I said at the end of the day. They don't know strategy. You guys, I wonder if they play chess. And chess is an excellent strategy game right there. See? Keep your enemy occupied while you work and you raid their camp at the same time. And that way they come back, they have no resources, which they have whatsoever, to do anything. And they've been spending their time chasing us that, yeah, we've been just building stuff. Too easy. Anyway. So yeah, this is what I'm picking up, $184. This thing is very easy to put together. For those who don't know, yeah, we have a bunch of haters. There's a bunch. They make screen paints, but they're really upset with us. But anyway, yeah, this, that, and the other. Duh. Well, yeah, we're going to get this right here. I'm going to be converting this. So this is made by Elite Screens. We're going to convert this to our technology, which is far more advanced. Yes, far more advanced. You know, I actually bought a $79. No, was it 79? It was a $79 motorized projection screen off of eBay, and used it to take out a $3,000 Darkstar 9 in a fully lit environment. You know how crazy it would be for us to coat one of their own screens and basically take out their top screens, buy one of their white screens, paint over it with our technology, and use it to take out their top screens? Yeah, that tells you at the end of the day, oh, we're not going in that direction. And we have done that already. And I'm pretty sure they saw the demonstration. And I'm pretty sure they heard Mr. Bird say, oh, we're not interested in working with you, or anybody at all whatsoever that develops high-end screens. Why would I? I have my own. It's better than theirs. So I wanted to go larger, but we can't go larger because of the distance of the projector. That's why. But we're just going to get the cinema white. That's what we're going to get. No point in buying the gray. As I said before, it's pointless. We're going to paint over it anyway. And that's what I'm going to pick up. So I had to go over here to Projector Central and look up our projector, which is, that's our baby right there. Now, for those who sit there and say, well, the reason why you're buying that projector because it's 5,000 lumens, and you have forgot about the garage, have you? That's when we first showed off the Halo system. What do we use in the garage? Did we use a 5,000 lumen projector in the garage? Did we use the Sony projectors in the garage? Did we use any of the Christie Ultra Short throws? They're all 5,000. We used none of them, right? What do we use in the garage? I'm talking to the naysayers real quick, because they're quick to jump. We used in the garage this projector right here is an NEC, 60 bucks. We used this projector that cost me $10, which I did an unboxing on this projector. No settings changed, nothing, right there in front of everybody. And I went out back, I took a cardboard and I painted it, and we used Old Faithful, which is a 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector at 1000 lumens outside. So if I use that projector right there, it doesn't mean at the end of the day that I have to use it in a commercial environment to get to work, because I already did demonstrations in a commercial environment already. 50 lumens over here, 2700 lumens over here, and even we did a 3600 lumens versus 27 at ultra short throw versus long throw and a commercial environment, and this screen all failed, and this came out great. Alrighty then, that means I've already proved my point, right? Now, see, it'd be different if I didn't use any of these projectors at all, and I just stuck to a high-powered projector every single day for every single demonstration. And I kind of blocked window light and all that stuff and changed out the environment to basically manipulate the environment to try to make the screen look better, but we don't do that. That's why we have match or betters. For the naysayers, I can't clear it up enough. Stop the crying. All right, I'm just talking to them, just especially to you guys. Shh. Stop the crying and the complaining. We have something called a match or better. You're gonna get another one today on ambient light rejection technology. What you need to do is match the videos or better them. I'm not talking about cutting corners. We don't cut corners. If I'm using a $10 projector, you will use a $10 projector. If I'm on a commercial site, you will be on commercial site. If I'm pulling in 100,000 lux of sunlight at a projector at 5200 lumens, which is actually really hard to do, you're going to do it too also. If I'm projecting at 250 inches, you'll be at 250 inches. Match or better. Not come close to it, as close as I possibly can, and then no, match it all the way correctly. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. Sheesh. I swear, they'd be cutting corners tonight, sending me links. I'm like, look, I did it. You didn't do jack. All you did was cut corners. Exactly. Match. You know what match is, right? You know what match stands for in the dictionary? But matches, identically the same. Match. Or better. Jeez. My goodness. If it's so easy, you should be able to do it. All right, moving on. Let's get our sizes here. I couldn't believe how to be that far back. So wait a minute. The master bedroom was farther back than, it was 18. I forgot the master bedroom was 18 feet back. It was big. It was 18 feet back. Because I could get a 130-inch screen easily out of the master bedroom. Easily. So the master bedroom in the other house, we had the Christie for the theater room set up in there. And that screen was about over 100. It was 135 in there. So we have to be 15 feet back. 15 feet back to hit the 100-inch, which we can get that. And for those of you, before you build your screen, because I've seen people make this mistake before, Some people, one person went in and he went in and spent all this money to this dedicated home theater room, never bought the projector in, never sized it up, never checked out the distance throw, just insinuated that this thing was going to fit in there and came up in a bad situation. Which means that you can't have ultra short throw projectors in a dedicated theater room setup. Long throws are used in there. Why? It looks tacky. It does. It looks super, super tacky. It's like the equivalence of basically wearing a striped suit with polka dot pants. It's tacky. So it must look professional. So the long throws are in there. If you're going to do like beyond super professional, then you put your projector in a booth and you get yourself something called a narrow zoom lens. Because you put your projector in a booth and it's sitting back 30 feet from your screen, which means you're going to need a lot of room to use a narrow throw lens. You're going to have this lens. And I had a problem with a customer who basically, not a problem with the customer, he had a problem with the lens. He kept buying projectors. He couldn't figure out why they were expanding, why they were hitting the seats, why they were hitting the floors. I said, because you got a standard lens in there. You need something called a narrow zoom lens. This will allow you to pull your projector back. It'll give you a narrow shot that will miss your seats and walls and all that and just hit the screen only. And then you can expand it from there. That's what you need. Unfortunately, they're expensive. You can find them for cheap. You can. I had a couple. I had one that I got free with the Chrissy. And somebody gave me one to Christy, and I was like, here, take it. I said, just go buy this projector right here, and it'll fit. And that's what he did, and it worked perfectly. Now, for the other person, he didn't really do the measurements right. So what he did was, the problem that he had was, if he pulled the projector back the distance, it came up tiny on the screen. See, his screen was it was too big for the distance throw from where he had it at. He just didn't have he had the room, but it was kind of a tricky kind of scenario. So the only projectors he could use in that environment to expand to the screen size to fit, because he did the curtains, he did the whole different, the stage, little stage and everything with all the different crown molding, he went all in. But the problem was, if he pulled this projector all the way back, he pulled his projector all the way back, it would overexpand the screen. From where the projector was sitting, it was overlapping the screen. It was hitting the curtains and everything. And even if he zoomed in, he still couldn't get it to fit in that spot because it was just too far back. And the way he designed the room, he has the room too long for where the screen is going to sit at. So the only thing he could use in that environment were ultra short throws and short throw projectors, which you can't use in a dedicated theater room because you're not supposed to be able to look up and see the projector. You're supposed to see the infinity ceiling. Projector's supposed to be behind you. They're literally supposed to be behind the seats. So that's why you don't see in dedicated theater rooms, you don't see projectors right in the center. They're not supposed to be there. They're supposed to be behind you. Because you got an infinity ceiling, you want to pop off or whatever you have there, the projector's going to be definitely in the way. And it's going to look tacky again. No one wants to be sitting there and seeing the back of a projector going. No one wants to see all that. Projector's supposed to be behind you. So anyway, so that's the problem he ran into. So long story short, he had to do the whole thing all over again. Next time, do your measurements. It's very important, do measurements. So basically, for those of you that learned about screen sizes for the first time, so you'll measure your screen size this way. It'll be diagonally. This is how you measure it. So that'll be the size of your screen right there. So say if you wanted to do, Chrissy, let's try to wait real quick. And this is your zoom range right there, which you won't be needing to go anywhere near that. You just grab the projector you have, and you go pull it back till you reach the size that you want. Your 100-inch right there. It's kind of tricky there. There we go, 100-inch. So this will be the size of your screen that you'll get. This right here will be the length of your screen if you're custom building. And this will be the height of your screen. 25 inches. If you have it basically where it has to be 25 inches from the floor for where the screen has to sit for it to be direct contact. Now it depends on where the screen's going to be sitting. If you got it ceiling mount, you click on that. If you got it on the floor, the screen has to be 25 inches. If you have it on the ceiling, you click here and it'll basically switch the projector upward. And now you have to be 87 inches from the screen if you're hitting it from the ceiling. It's very easy. So all you do is click. They make it so easy. Projector Central takes all the guesswork. That's why I love them. I've been using them for years. Since the first time I started my company, I've been using Projector Central, and the distance throw calculator is the best one I've ever used. And I'm not saying that because I'm getting paid for it, because I'm not getting paid a dime from them. I've been using them for years. And I'm going to tell other people, they say, oh, I've used them for years. No, I'm talking about over 10 years I've been using them. So I use them to build everything. 235.1 custom built screens, 1610s, all that. Yeah, I use Projector Central, so they're accurate and on point. So all my screens I've been building, yeah, I go to here to figure out exactly my sizes. Very easy to do. So again, 87 inches off the floor if you're going by ceiling, and if it's on the floor, it's going to be 25. All right, so say you want to do something crazy, like you want to go in and you want to get the, hold on for a minute. Let's go over here real quick. So there's right there, will show your distance throw at the bottom. That's your distance throw. Now, when we got to bring him up real quick, he mentioned my name in this thing right here about how I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to ambient light rejection technology. Oh, why me? The person who basically absorbed 100,000 lux of light through a storefront window at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and can project off a ceiling showing the universe in all its glory doesn't know anything about ambient light rejection technology. I lie it all. Yes, I do. I know more than you do, buddy. At the end of the day, I crack books. So let me explain something here. This doesn't mean jack to us at all. You know why we don't read this? We don't use this? Because it doesn't mean jack to us. Show me something in here, any of these gains that can absorb that much light. There isn't any, because we tested them all. We tested all these certified screens that have high gains, not screen paints, certified, which have the 0.9, 0.8. Those are the ones that got the whopping high gain sitting on top of them. Yeah, they can survive in the environments we have here, but the environments we sit in are a little different because there's a lot of light. We have condensed lighting hitting screens. We have light directly to screens. We do all that time, all that stuff. Screens in the ceiling. I even had a screen at 126 inches that sat next to a chandelier next to 4 windows that were the same size as the screen, using veneer curtains so light could pass back and forth. So, again, where do we come up in this category? Optima GT 5500 outside at 140 inches. Compare that light to this gain we have right here. It doesn't register at all. So with that being said, that means that this area has nothing to do with us because our gain's much higher than this. So we can label our gain what we want to call it. We can call it fusion light energy because we can prove it actually does exist because we have testing behind it. Which I find funny from people who try to act like they have fusion light energy, but yet they can't get range gain to work and can't explain it. Oh, please explain to us how fusion light energy works. I would love to hear that. But they can't. They can't. They don't even know what theirs stand for. La-di-do. All right, let's come on. Let's get going right here. We got to have a little fun with this. Anyway. So, let's see. So, all this, Mr. McAfee, does not contain to us or pertain to us due to the fact that we do video demonstrations that pretty much blow this out of the chart altogether. And for you to sit there and say, well, the reason why, I don't understand its product because it's supposed to have some kind of gain reading. We don't require it because we engineer our own. And in order to engineer your own, you have to back it up that it actually does exist. You cannot make it up. You understand how that works? All right, moving on. Like I said, now you got companies making their own gains now. You got freaking Elite Screen has a ceiling light projection, but they can prove it works. I've had that stuff over here. It does exactly what they claim it does. You turn that thing upside down and that ceiling light hits it, boom, they turn dark. You turn around the other way, boom, they brighten up. I'm like, oh, crap, this stuff actually works. So yeah, they can actually put it there. It actually does work. They can back it. There's videos on it. Where range gain, let's go look at this for a minute. That's an interesting. Is that a chipmunk? I think that is a chipmunk. It looks like a chip. Oh, it is a chipmunk, like Alvin the Chipmunk. That is a black squirrel right there. I think he had enough of them. All right, getting back. I'm sorry. When we get to that range gain, our brain blanks out for a minute. Like, okay, let's move on to something else. Here's a commercial for everybody. All right. So, bottom line is range gain doesn't exist. Anyway, let's move on. So. And on top of that, his gain doesn't even exist. That's the highest gain you can get on the screen. As a matter of fact, you can't go any higher than that. Notice that the 0.9.1. All right, let's move on. Because we want to talk about that all day, do we? No. All right, so basically, this helps you out. Now, say if you want to do a custom built like 235.1. Interesting projector. People ask me about this all the time. I'm building the 235.1s. We built a couple customized ones. We painted a few of them to the wall. So I start off with the PX 747. This projector right here, 3,500 lumens. We had these before, and this projector does a 235.1, which is kind of interesting about the ViewSonic projector, because they don't tell you their projectors do 235.1, and none of, mind you, I bought a bunch of these projectors. First one I bought was actually, I was doing a 180-inch screen. I bought a short throw ViewSonic. It was cheap, it was about 500 bucks. And I remember going through the selection to see if I can get the 1610, because my screen was cut for 1610. And I saw a 235.1. I was like, what the freak? Like, what is a 235.1 doing in this projector? A 235.1 is a luxury setup. It's a luxury. It's what you call true dedicated theater room setup, because you can't run 16:9 format on this. You have to have special formatted widescreen video store movies to watch on this. Can't watch your TV off of it. It's dedicated, true dedicated setup. So I'm thinking, why would they put a 235.1 anamorphic lens on a projector of $500? This is something you find on a JVC high-end Sony projectors, $30,000, $60,000 machines. You're not going to find that on a machine of that price. So I started doing some research on ViewSonic. How many of these projectors actually have this 235.1, or am I the only one that has one? So I bought the cheapest one they have, which is a 600 by 800 SVGA 720p projector. It has it on there too. Also has a 22,000 to 1 contrast. Can you imagine that? The Valve projector. The fellow who talked about it claimed to be the ultimate projector, better than any projector, than any of all projectors, had a 4,000 to 1 sitting on top of it, where a projector at 600 by 800 720p, a 720p projector, was sitting with 22,000 to 1 contrast sitting on top of it, and an anamorphic lens, which again baffles me. Why would you stick that kind of power in a projector that's 600 by 800 SVGA? Think about that. So I bought one. Guess how much I paid for it? $213. Brand new. Yes, brand new. And it does. I did a whole thing on it on YouTube. ViewSonic's Hidden Secret, which is basically the 235.1 mystery. Did I contact them? Yes, I did. I asked them, why don't you put a 235.1 on a 600 by 800 res projector? And they said, we don't even know what you're talking about. So I just left it at that. Whatever. Just leave it the way it is. And it's funny because you think it would be a mistake, but no, it ended up on the newer models too. Like I said, the PX747 4K projector is a newer model. When I bought it, it was brand new when it came out. It also had a 235.1 on it. So I bought 8 more of their projectors, and guess what? Every single one of them, as long as they're marked within the 2017 year model, those are the ones that have the 235.1. Anything underneath that won't come up with it, because I've had older ViewSonics and never saw it. So this is a PX747 projector. I liked it. This is when we did the demonstrations at 720p versus 4K versus our product to see if you can see a difference. And guess what? There was no difference whatsoever. Because why? Our paints are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, for those of you in the British community, if you feel at the end of the day that I'm basically mocking you, no, I freaking love and adore your accent. And I wish I could talk exactly like you, because I freaking love it. I don't understand how people get upset about, we're going to go off topic, we're going off the rails for just a little bit, how people get upset by their language. It's their language at the end of the day. I think it's lovely. I love it. I actually love it. I can listen to them talk all day about everything. So one day when I get the chance, I'll get a chance to pop over to England, get a chance to check out all their tea parlors, because I'm a big fan of freaking tea. I love tea. I drink tea every freaking day. But anyway, they would have cut me open, I would bleed tea. I freaking love tea. Love it! And on top of that, I plan to check out all the museums I possibly can. There's shows, operas, whatever. Mom and pops, old stores. They show basically that real good food is made with the heart at the end of the day, not made and processed, because it's all about the money. But anyway, you know what I'm talking about. And I freaking adore their accent, especially when the kids talk. It is so cute. But anyway, I love their accent. So if you hear me saying your accent or saying trying to live a little, I'm not mocking you. I freaking just love your accent. That's what it is. And I wish I had it myself. I have a couple of friends from England. And I'm like, oh my goodness, man, your accent is sick. I like it when they say bottle of water. How do they say it? I love it. I love it. I freaking love it. So yeah, I love your accent. Yippee-ki-yay. Anyway, let's move on from here. All right, so we just went off topic just for a minute. It's like me having a conversation with you. It's like Ace Ventura in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, when he's in the truck and he was just driving on the road. It's bam off the road and just starts driving all crazy. That's me having a conversation with me. All right, so 3,500 lumens, bam, bam, yes, 4K, bam. And no, that's not pixel shifting. I don't know why they would pick pixel shifting if it actually does this, because no, we had no pixel shifting on ours. But anyway, 12,000 to 1. Why in the world does it have 12,000 to 1 when basically, and this is the part that baffles me, the projector at 600 by 800 720p was 22,000 to 1. Anyway, moving on. Let me see. Now, does it say anything in here? Oh man, did my mouse just die on me? Does it say anything in here about 235.1? Nope, it says 16.9. That's it, right? 16.9, right? But that projector does 235.1. They don't never say it. They never mention it. They never talk about it. They don't bring it up ever. I don't know what happened in designing it, but they just don't tell you about it. So basically, I did this whole thing on my channel about these particular projectors that have 235.1. Now, if you didn't have the ability to produce 235.1, there were several tricks you can use. One of them was basically the wide fish lens, trick. You get a camera, not a projector lens, but a camera, and you go in and you basically put it to your projector at a 1610 setting, and it gives you a kind of a 235.1 kind of widescreen. Only problem is it comes up fuzzy around the edges, and it's not really pretty to look at, to tell you the truth. It does work to a certain degree, but it has problems. You can't use it at all, period. Mine's camera lens you're trying to attach to a projector lens. Now, they did have a lens for a projector, which was an adapter piece that you can slide over in front of your projector, but it's like $1,400 for those. Yeah, you already paid money for your projector, and you got to turn around and spend freaking little extra money for your lens to slide over, right? Appetizing for some people, but because the ViewSonic, you don't have to do that. You can get a projector at 600 by 800 720p or 1080p, which I bought one of those, or 4K, and they have the 235.1 setting in there, which makes it so much more easier. And that means everything you run because of 235.1. Not everything, sorry about that. Some people think that everything you run. Now, the hard part you're going to have is gaming is going to be an issue, because gaming doesn't do 235.1 unless you have Monster PC over here. Monster PC allows you to go into those graphic cards and manipulate whatever the frick you want. So you can go in there, you can basically change out what you want, especially for driving simulator, flight simulators, and all that stuff. We have that widescreen setting in there. Sorry about my mouse pad. It's kind of dirty. I know the naysayers like, oh my goodness, this mouse pad is dirty. Let me call him up and make a complaint about it. Let me contact him and make a complaint about it. Get a life. Anyway, let's move on. All right, so, and by the way, no, I have not had any coffee at all, period. I'm just actually charged. I told you I'm hyperactive, and I suffer from something called insomniac. So, very little sleep, tons of energy. Yes, so that means that actually, for some people, remember, sleep is required 8 hours a day. I literally don't need 8 hours a day. I can actually survive off 1 hour of sleep a day easily. I have micro naps. That's what I have. As long as I'm not driving, it can get pretty brutal. But other than that, yeah, I have micro naps. So pretty much, I actually have absorbed more of my life than most people because, again, I don't require this one area that causes you sleep. Now, for those of you saying, but that's unhealthy, Mr. Bird. You can have all kinds of medical problems. Actually, my bill of health is quite outstanding. Consider the fact that at one point, I used to be around 280 pounds, and I lost all my weight and got myself back together, started lifting weights. I feel fantastic, and yeah, I stopped using the asthma inhalers because the Lord took care of it. He said, you know what? No more asthma inhalers for you. Well, not asthma, I had lung damage. But anyway, no more inhalers for you. Give it up to God. God will take care of it. Yes, He will. He will take care of it. You will not need it anymore. He'll take care of it. Yep. Or He'll put it in a point where you will have to use it, but you're really not going to cause you any problems whatsoever. All right, so let me get this in. Outdoor projection screen. Bam, 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 bam. I'm happy and excited. We got some new PC builds we're working on. Some I can't even tell you what they are. You have to see it to believe it. I had to do some crazy stuff to get these things to work. We had to break the numbers down. Put the equation in the mathematic. The Jimmy Neutron. Bob the Builder. Yes, he can. Yeah, they actually teased me on that. Did you know that? I was out there building the screen. I said, Bob the Builder. Yes, he can. Naysayers. Can I talk to you for a minute? Just come here. When you tease me on this thing, do you think this bothers me? No, I'm what you call an adult. It does not bother me at all. You know why? Because at the end of the day, if I don't see you do it when I give you the challenge, it means you can't do it. Now I can do it, which means that makes me smarter than you, doesn't that? Yes. There we go. Let's move on. I have to bring them up real close sometimes. Sometimes. Come on, All right, there we go. All right, let me see. I have not tried this on Burger King. We should have tried that at Burger King, but I didn't. All right, so let's go over here and get this outdoor projection screen. Bam! Black projection screen outside. See, when you serve God and you love God, and God basically blesses you every single day, watches over top of your mind, we're still waiting for the whole. They're going to be connecting. My box is coming today for my new internet, so we'll be good to go. But anyway, yeah, when the Lord takes care of you and blesses you every day, this is how Christians get up in the morning. We are freaking excited and happy. You know why? Because every day is a blessing from the Lord. Every day. The day that I can get up in the morning and go, it's a beautiful day for me, because there was a day I couldn't even do that. I couldn't get up in the morning and go, that's what it sounded like for me when I had to get up in the morning. When I was suffering from a lung disease. Yep. I had to go through this whole little ritual. Drink the Milky Necks, drink it down with hot tea, and then I had to go take my pills and take the Symbicort and all that stuff, and then I sit down and listen to my AMSR because I'd be going through panic attacks. And mind that, went through all that craziness while I was building all this technology, designing all these screens, and at the same time, beating the crap out of you naysayers at the end of the day. I was crushing you with one hand, pulling orders with another hand, designing new technology with the other hand. God designs warriors, doesn't he? There you go. And I'll tell you, at the end of the day, you have no idea what you're up against. You can't take me at the end of the day. I serve the Lord. My technology comes from God. You will get crushed. You have no idea, because you serve the devil. That's why. Anyone that serves the devil, does the work of the devil, thinks you're going to go against a Christian who runs his business through his Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, you will get destroyed. So keep in mind, the time I was building this technology, I was suffering through a very serious lung disease. I was basically defending my company against the naysayers who hated me so much. They were so jealous because my products were so good. And I was basically at the same time processing orders like crazy. And God was allowing me to be able to get all that done. That's how amazing my Lord is. And they still haven't done this challenge yet. You know this is a challenge, right? Get to it, Kraken Jackson. Get to my channel over here. Bam! So that means when I was building all this, I was going through all that. See how amazing my Lord is? How amazing he is? He is absolutely amazing. This demonstration alone brings us a ton of orders like crazy. You know why? Because you got people right now sitting in their living rooms right now, and they can't even get the screen to pull up in their environment at 100 inches. They can't get it to run. They're on ultra short throw, and they still can't get it to run. We are outside at over 18 feet back on a projector that cost me under $300 doing this demonstration watching Star Wars, with a 100% contrast attached to beautiful colors and nice and bright. As some people did demonstrations about 8. This is the 8 technology. Sat there and said, oh, the 8s can't pull up. Yeah, in your little apartment at the end of the day in that dark medieval cave, you mean to tell me you're using all that power on that projector and you're saying that my screen paint could not pull up in that environment when I could do this outside at 180 inches? Oh, man. Yeah, good luck with that one when I see you in court. It ain't going to go well, is it? And mind you, making excuses by saying that we're using special camera equipment, that means all our customers would have to be using special camera equipment, including the church and all the people we do business with. They would also have to be using special camera equipment. So where do you get this amazing camera equipment that allows you to be able to do this? I wonder how. Yeah, good luck. You're going to need it. But anyway, look how amazing that image looks. Yeah, that comes from God. That's God's technology. Anytime the devil wants to come in and slander your blessings at the end of the day, you better believe that something is coming for him. Anyway, so, yeah, that's our stream right there. Bam, let's go over and hit this button. Bam. Bam. I'm so excited. We got some crazy stuff we're going to be doing pretty soon to show off our technology. I got up to 37 on-sites to show off the technology. This is why we're building the foundation. When we're done, we'll have our screens set up in here. We'll have the massive 100-inch screen here with the halo system around. It's going to wrap around high fluorescent halo system to show that off. Oh yes, we will show that off. Well, we did this already. We did this in the garage. It's like 10, what was it? 27, and we did it at 1,000 lumens. I'm gonna do it here for fun. Why not? But anyway, and then all this for the desk is going to be going because, you know, again, I'm going to put this huge screen here for the tabletop display, and it's going to be drag and drop. It's going to have this whole interactive software hooked to it. It's going to be amazing. So that's going to be hooked up real nice. And we're over here, we're going to put our other computer here. This is Ice Boy. When we finish that one, whatever name I'm going to give it, I haven't decided yet. Also, too, pretty soon we talked about an RTX 580, which I also picked up too. Has a 3.0 PCI Express, which is funny because I had to get a special board for that, which I found out the ITX boards, or actually the ITX or the mini ITX boards, don't have that particular port. The ones I ordered for these don't have it, but the one I did order does have a 3.0 PCI Express slot, so we got a card coming in for that. So I've done this. I've done AMD hardware with Intel. It does work, but I'm curious to see if we have any driver conflict issues. If we don't, I'm basically going to hit those up for now on as my video cards. Well, not for the i9, but for these small builds, because the reason why is because the RTX 580 is much more powerful than the 1650. So, you know, and it's cheaper too on top of that. So, you know, but let's see if it works. On top of the two of the PC builds that we're building, they're going to have some special modifications in them. It's going to change the way you actually start modeling out your PCs. It's definitely going to change it on so many levels. I can't wait to show it. But anyway, let's get back over here. Let's talk about that 235.1 because we don't want to be all over the map, do we? No. Bam! And he's going to sit there saying, why is he so charged? I'm charged up in the morning every day. This is me every day. Literally. I told you, and then coffee drinks me to wake up. So you're welcome. If you had a cup of coffee, you had a cup of Ken. One for that cup of Ken. I wouldn't have got up this morning. And coffee sitting around talking about, man, if it wasn't for that cup of Ken, I wouldn't have got up in the morning. There you go. Blew your mind, didn't I? I'm in your brain. I'm in your brain. I'm living in there rent-free. All right, let me see. 235.1. So if you want information on some of the stuff that we build, we have a lot of information on our YouTube channel. Unlike other people who have not built jack at all, period. And I've been to your channel. I've done the research. Trust me, I have. I spent 5 hours in a live stream combing through your channel, seeing how much you knew about projection screens. And what did I find? I didn't find Jack. I didn't find Jill. I didn't even find the hill. Do you know what I mean? All right, there we go. You don't know Jack or Jill or the freaking hill. But you did go tumbling down. Oh, you liked that one, didn't you? There you go. Yeah. I had this guy, remember, oh man, I forgot about that dude. He was an artist. He was a Christian. This guy was happy every freaking day. I mean, every day he was happy. He always came with this high energy, attitude. He was the coolest person on the face of the planet. He was an older guy. He used to crack these jokes. Some of the jokes weren't funny at all, but still, it's just an energy was freaking amazing. This guy could walk into a room and just charge it just like that. He was an artist. He was an amazing artist. But he actually worked there. He said he had this really big job in advertising, and he got his calling from God, and he decided to basically work in the prison system to help people out, you know, give them that, see out with art and everything, because art basically does a lot in the day. So it's a very healing process at the end of the day. But anyway, it's therapeutic and it's healing. But to get people out there, and man, this guy did so much good, so much good. A lot of people didn't realize that, you know, they had a need for art. I mean, art isn't just basically just for painting and sculpting and all that. That's why I like going to the art museum, which means I haven't been to the art museum in a while. I'm gonna go pop over there and check out some new exhibits and see what they got over there. I dare you land on my keyboard. All right, you go to my channel here and you type in 235.1, right? 235. If you're building one of these, now when you do custom builds, you can do. Let me make sure you put a period there first. Put a period, and then do your. It'd be 2 period and then 35, and then you put down 0.1. That's it. Because that's what we do. So I get into something, man, I go overboard with it. So when I got that 235.1, we was building all kinds of stuff. 235.1 here, and there, and there. This right here is a customized 158-inch 235.1 screen with built-in speakers. It's a monster screen. Yes. Built-in speakers. That's my black baby right there. But anyway, so you have to do, if you're doing a 235.1, try to make it a little bit higher than the average 235.1 because you're going to have to convert to 16:9 sooner or later. If that is going to be your main screen, you're going to do 16:9. Remember, not all your videos, if you try to watch football in 235.1, top of the heads will be missing and the score will be gone. So you know that. So you're not going to see the whole screen. So you have to make it just a little bit higher, a couple inches higher than the previous size. It's not going to take much away from it. It's going to give a little thin kind of border to it, but you're still going to be able to play a nice, at 16:9, you're talking about you're going to roughly reach maybe 130, 100 inches in there. Now mind you, when you do a 235.1 setup, right? If you try to do a 16:9 with a 235.1 projector, bars will pop up, which means you're going to receive the, what is it for the 16:9? It's the sidebars. So it comes up on the side. No, it's the bottom, sorry, the bottom. You'll get the bottom. This is what you'll get, the bottom here and the bottom there. That's why Silver Ticket sells those curtains that you put across. Now, what is 16:9? What is 235.1 ratio better at? It's better with gunmetal screens. It's better with black screens. You know why? More better with black screens, but gunmetal screens, like I said, I would go with that too, due to the fact that they're darker screens and you're not going to see what I call the zebra effect. What's the zebra effect? It's if you use a white and gray screen. People make gray screens in here who come in here at the end of the day. This is going to hurt a little bit. Just to let you know, I'm just going to rip it off like a Band-Aid, quick and fast, not slow. No, we're going to do it slow, sorry. Anyway, so what's going to happen is you're going to get something called the zebra effect. Now, the zebra effect is basically where you have this black border at the bottom, and then you have a gray or white screen in between, and then you have the screen that you're trying to pull up, which is basically your picture, which is going to come up a little bit darker because maybe the contrast on your projector, but you're not going to reach black. But still, it's going to come up a little bit darker than the white surface you have down here, and not as dark as the black surface you have at the bottom. So you have a zebra effect going off. So that's why they say the curtain is to slide across, so that way you can see all black here and all black here. So your cinema bars come up in black instead of coming up in multicolors, which is gray and white or gray or one of those, depending on the color of your screen. See what I mean? Now, if you have an actual 235.1, you won't get any bars at all. You won't need the curtains at all. Or if you have black technology, because again, you can go with the gunmetal, but again, you'll spend $5,000 for a screen that we can easily take out for under 500 bucks. But anyway, you won't see it at all, period. So what people do is they get a gallon from us and they paint an entire wall with it, because then they can change out their projectors, ratio. They can go basically from 16:10, 15:9. For those who are saying 15:9 doesn't exist, the projector over here actually does do it. And if you want to do it based at 235.1, 239.1, if you have those multiple options on your projectors, not all of them give you both of those particular settings, but that means you can change out 16:10, 16:9. Did I say that one already? I think I just did. So what that does, it basically allows you to change out at will, because your border is always there because the technology is black, which means bottom line, it makes your screen borderless. And if you're using a motorized projection screen, what is the benefit of black technology? You can actually expand your motorized size, because keep in mind, this for the naysayers, I know you don't understand how this works, that basically, not for you customers, for the naysayers, when we talk to them, we're educating them. And the customers, we're just talking to like, hey, so. The naysayers are like, okay, end of word. Because they always deny everything I say. So, if you're doing a motorized projection screen, you're going to lose 2 inches from your screen automatically, because you have the border there. So 2 inches for one side, 2 inches for the left to the right, that's 4 right there. 1 for the bottom, that's 6. And then whatever you get from the top, you take 2 inches from that, even though it's a little wider, that's going to be 8 inches you lose from your screen. But if you have black technology, which we painted multiple motorized projection screens, more than the rest, but anyway, we're the best. As I said before, look, he got upset with that. Like, oh no, you can't say that word. At the end of the day, look, all right, don't get upset when I say the best, because we have something called match or better. You understand? Get to work. Why are you in my channel? Wait, you got videos to do. Go do your videos. Anyway, the naysayers are always in here watching what I do. Weirdos. Anyway, yeah, it must be funny when you're a naysayer and you're watching my channel and you hear me go, freaking weirdos. You know that hits hard, right? You know I'm telling the truth, right? That's why you leave when I say that. All right, then. You know yourself. Good. Now, you lose your borders. Yeah, you can use the borders all together. Our black technology comes in. You don't need borders when using black technology at all. So that means you gain 8 inches extra on your screen, which means if your screen's a 92, you have a 100 inch. Yeah. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So on top of that, you got that screen with that 100% infinity contrast level, beautiful colors, and amazing white levels. Why? Because we do tons of tests on white levels. Yes, we do. More than the rest. We do more tests than the rest, which, again, makes us the best. All right, so it's going to be brainwashed in your head. Oh, my goodness, the best. It'll be in your head for a while. Anyway, like, end of the day. Anyway, at the end of the day, I'm just messing with y'all. Anyway, so as I said before, you gain 8 inches on your screen. So 92 means you have 100 when you're using black technology. Using gray and white screens, you have 92. 92. 92. All right, so that comes out handy. So basically, if you're doing this right here, the 235.1, if you're doing a screen that actually is 235.1 and a white or gray, I don't even know why you would even do that to begin with. You still can't reach the infinity contrast level. How the frick is that going to work? You do not know that black levels are extremely important in movies, right? All right, and even in the dark, you still can't read the contrast levels, which I got a special booth when we set up when I go to a trade show, which is going to be ultra dark in there, and we're going to have screens up there showing they don't work. Man, it's going to hurt going into their backyard now. At the end of the day, that's really going to hurt at the end of the day. Hey, Bob, you see my barbecue grill? I took it. You don't even use it right. You don't even need it. Anyway, so with this right here, the 235.1s, just how you build them. Build them slightly a little bit higher, a couple inches more, and this is going to give you a much bigger when you switch over to your 16:9, because again, you can't watch everything on this. So this is called true dedicated. So usually most people have these screens. They have two of them. They have a 16:9 in one room, which we had, and a 235 in the other. They watch the widescreen movies on here, like Star Wars, wherever you're watching widescreen, and then they watch on the 16:9 on the other one, much like the TV projection screen setup. When the white screens were out, you had the TV, which sat in the back, and the white screen that came behind it. So in the morning, you can't watch the projection screen because it would wash out, so you watch the TV, and at night you would watch the projection screen, which we kind of eliminated that one, because that's one of the things we boasted our product on, that you don't have to turn up the lights. How is it possible? I got to go off topic here for a minute. This is going to hurt somebody feeling about to pour some salt in the wound for a bit. Our products had ambient light projection technology. If you looked at the demonstrations under the digital crystal screen paint, we were on site over in Europe. So we were showing off demonstrations, never doing enough demonstrations of our screens in fully lit environments. And I was in a somewhat fully lit environment because, we didn't use that much light. Because remember, it's great paint. But yet, today, all the way up, speeding it up to this era, it's not ambient light projection. It still sits in the dark. So that means demonstrations that we did on digital and crystal screen paint were actually using brighter environments than products today that are using gray paint. The light bulbs change or anything to get brighter or something? I don't even know. Okay. Maybe it's because they didn't do anything special with it. They just left it the way it is, like black and white paint. That's usually what you would get if you use black and white paint. Let's just move on from here. All right. They were like, oh, that salt went in the wound. And it wasn't regular salt. We mixed in some garlic salt with it on top of that, just to let you know. But anyway, how did this screen turn out? Okay, so let me show you real quick. So this is a ViewSonic projector right here, right? These projectors right here, these ones that basically, and they want a lot of money for these. These things will cost you some money now. They used to be roughly like under $400. Yeah, good luck trying to get one of these suckers right here. They're very expensive because they have a compartment in here that allows you to put in a little like flash drive, and it makes it Bluetooth. And you know that about that projector. ViewSonic's projectors have hidden gems all over them. Just gotta figure them out. That's all. That's all you gotta do. So basically, this projector has a 235.1 setting, and at the time when I bought this projector, I got it for $170. Look at that screen, people. Look at the screen. As soon as the screen loads up, we have the new service, and it'll be much faster than this. But anyway. And they used to be sitting there getting ready to become the keyboard warriors. And they're like, oh my goodness, your internet is so slow. Was that supposed to hurt me at the end of the day? What am I supposed to do with that? Am I supposed to go in the corner and cry? This is Titan Falls at 158 inches at 235.1. Look at the size of that. Look at the size of that. Look how amazing that looks. Boom. Boom. Now, I've gone to their channels to see if they've done 235.1s, that they had an experience in 235.1, and they don't. How could you talk about that you have experience in the field of home theater and you don't know 235.1? Have you ever built 235.1 screens? Any of them? What about curved projection screens? Rear projection screens? And I'm not talking about just one. I'm talking about dozens of them. That's the PC version, which I actually downloaded on my PC because we're building a 235.1 gaming screen here soon. Yeah. We're not here. We're going to do it in another spot. I'm going to actually rent another spot out. I'm actually looking for a much bigger spot to do some massive builds in. But anyway, let's come over here, I think, right over here. I'm going to make this video too long because we got things to do today. Let me see. I do got to come and do a video about the PC talk because, man, we got some stuff we're going to build. Well, I got to run it all in here because I got a lot to do today. I guess we can just put in here too. There we go, right there. So this is the settings right here. And as you can see, boom, 235.1. Yes, and that projector, mind you, that's a PX747 projector, right? I'm sorry, it's not the PX747 projector. The other one is the PX747 projector. But anyway, they say 235.1. So the interesting thing about it is when you go to Projector Central and you look this projector up, it never says anything about the setting at all, period. Not a thing. You just have to find out by yourself. So that's why when we found out, we were just telling about it. Look, man, if you want to do 235.1, you may want to get these projectors because they'll allow you to do it. There you go, 235.1. Now, did they ever? No, forget it. We're not going to bring them into it because they don't tell you jack. They don't teach y'all nothing. They don't even try to teach y'all anything. They just copy what we do. All right, here we go. Here's another one, 235.1. This is football, which someone asked me, what does football look like, 235.1? Problem with that, you're missing. This is a 600 by 800 720p projector, which a 235.1 setting sitting inside of it.
Ratio size, aspect ratio size on Sonic
235.1.
which I have right here.
Another one right there.
Fantastic projector 3.
This is football. Only problem with football is it looks amazing because you got this wide view. But the problem you have is it's cutting off the score. Like half of the screen's missing. It looks amazing. All right, naysayers, I'm gonna leave you alone. I never, but you say a lot of nonsense. Sometimes I'm gonna bring you up in the video so you know. So don't get too overzealous about it. They're probably thinking right now, when I get off this, when he gets off that video, I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna email him. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Well, that'd be kind of hard to do, basically, if half of it ain't there, because you don't know jack at the end of the day, because I've been down this road before you multiple times. So good luck giving me a piece of your mind. Don't do too much of it, because, you know, you mess around and basically hemorrhage out and black out and go into freaking dumbness or coma. I'm telling you, the reason why I said they say the dumbest stuff I've ever heard in my life. I mean, I don't want to go into a rant about this. If you're going to insult me, learn to spell. That's all I can say. Just learn to spell. I have never had anyone try to insult me before and don't know how to spell. Your what do you say? Your screen paint sock. S-O-C-K. Oh, there we go. We're back. Told you I gotta get my new internet in here. I can't wait. This right here. Oh, I cannot figure out where to get this video from. This video is fantastic for testing 235.1 wide screens. Fantastic, because it gives you that nice wide screen. The ocean pushes that towards you. It gives you kind of it's a 360 view. I can't find the video. I can't find it anywhere. It's fantastic for doing ceiling displays. So if you want to do like a dedicated theater room setup and you want to get this like ocean coming at you, like coming down on top of you, that video is absolutely perfect. We used them a couple of times. Can't figure it out. I'm still trying to track down if they pulled the video or what. I don't know why they would, but the video is absolutely freaking amazing. Oh, by the way, now keep in mind, if you're doing a dedicated theater room setup, right, and you've seen us do ceilings before, we just don't talk about doing ceilings. We have done multiple ceiling displays with lights on, you know what I'm talking about. This, our screen paint, is an amazing application for dedicated theater rooms. Now, let's think about this for a minute. Dedicated theater room, if you were painting in a white screen. Number one, you're going to have light splashing all over your environment. We saw that already before with Mr. Mannequin, right? Number two, you can't read contrast. You're definitely not picking up any form of color. Lights on, lights off, it ain't registering. Let's go upgrade to a gray screen. Now, keep in mind, your ceiling's already white, so you know what happens if you hit that with a projector and you try to show the universe, that's not going to work, right? So let's try this with a gray screen. With the gray screen, you're going to pick up a little bit better contrast, a little bit better color, a little bit in a lit environment, but it's not going to be much. And keep in mind, you can't read 100% contrast, which is required for movie applications. So it means the domino effect triggers off, and it means everything starts to degrade. So you have to be in a dark environment, which you're going to be anyway for a dedicated theater room, but still, as you've seen in our test demonstration, it does not work. On top of that, good luck painting your ceiling with that stuff and try to turn your ceiling to an infinity ceiling, because that's not going to work. Try to bring up the galaxy where your ceiling is gray. The light that splashes off your screen is going to hit your ceiling. It's going to wash it out. Domino effect, as I told you before. Now, let's talk about our superior black technology, which gives our customers the ability to be able to paint in an ultra black screen, which means you will not have light bouncing over your walls, even if your theater room is white. It doesn't have to be black. They've darkened the walls in the theater room to actually basically absorb light that's bouncing off the screen, but still it doesn't help. Anyway, with our technology, not only can you paint your massive 150-inch screen with no problem, but you can also paint your ceiling. And that means, how much money does that save you? About $10,000 to $20,000, because the infinity ceilings aren't cheap. They're very expensive. And that means if you get an infinity ceiling put in, that means you're going to look at the same stars. Maybe they move a little bit. That's space about it. Where we can basically make a meteor shower pop up in the middle of your living room. Or we can basically submerge the ocean in air, lightning effects, whatever the freak you want. Or you can just watch a movie off of it. Or a football game, which I did in the demonstration. Ooh. They were like, oh, he's doing too much. He's on camera doing too much. I can't take it. Why? That's pretty much what they go through when they see my videos. You could do the same thing too. Just have to work for it. That's all. You can stop cutting corners and stop ripping people off, and you can do the same thing too. When people come in and check my channel for 235.1, they pop in these videos. You should have had these things built by now. This is like 11 years ago or 5 years ago we built these things. Yeah. And I got all that from Projector Central. That's how I learned how to build all this stuff. Like the idea of taking a mirror and using it for a short throw lens, which we did right here. This is on a CUNY projector. See, Mr. I'm not going to mention your name at all. Let's say Mr. Great Screen Paint Product. All right, or Mr. C, we call you. You're in your apartment, right? I'm in a little rented room. You have 4K projector. I have a projector that's smaller than a VCR tape. And it's bouncing off a mirror, reflecting off the mirror, and hitting the wall, and still producing an image. And you can't do that with a projector that you have at the end of the day that's sitting right up on top of a screen that's 4K, laser projector at 2,000,000 to 1 contrast. Okie dokie, moving on. So, at this particular time, short throw projectors were very expensive. This is 9 years ago. Very expensive to get a short throw projector. So, somebody on YouTube came with the mirror trick. I didn't come up with it, but somebody else was coming with this mirror trick, and I basically did the mirror trick, and it actually works. So basically, it saved people a lot of money, because instead of forcibly have to go out and buy an ultra short throw projector, they did the mirror trick, which we showed people how to do for $5. How do you save people money? I can't mention this enough, people. If they can't save money themselves, they can't save you money. That's how it works. So ask them, how much your projector cost in that video? So what this does is it bounces off here and bounces here. But there's a little trick on what you have to do to get it to fit nicely, which I did a tutorial video showing you how to do it. So you have to look up, when you go to my channel, look up something called mirror trick or short throw mirror trick, and it'll pop up. So what it does is, see when we turn this on, this is my short throw. That's my short throw venue projector. Sorry, not venue. ViewSonic, and that's a CUNY, which I can't find one. I want to get another one of these. Good thing I recorded the projector, but I want to get one of these. This is a fantastic projector.
Now, what happens is the projector hits the lens in the mirror and it reflects right back up on here on my other screen.
I got music playing here somewhere. There we go.
And we're going to hit the back of the projector, turn it off.
We're always figuring out interesting ways on how to get the most out of your projectors.
There you go. And that's the size of it finally.
Now see how it comes up crystal clear? Yeah, that's our screen paint sitting up there on that wall. But anyway, yeah, that's what we call the mirror trick. Because again, at that particular time, ultra short those were very, very expensive. That's 9 years ago. And you can get your stuff to run.
It's amazing. And just think about it. It just costs you about $3. That's it.
Now, if you set the projector to 1610, it gives up a kind of a widescreen spectrum look to it. Yeah. But that's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do. Show you different ways on how to save money. They're talking about they saving you money. They can't save you jack because they got to spend money to get their stuff to work. So how are they going to save you any money? When I'm sitting up here with $10 projectors, unboxing on $10 projectors, $60 projectors, $50 projectors. No, we save people money. Actually, money. Got companies we work with. Every time we turn on, they say we're going to spend. Why are you spending the money for that machine at the end of the day? Well, we need it because you don't need all that. It's just crazy. Take the extra money, put it someplace else. What's the 235.1 we did in that one? Come with me and you'll see the world of imagination. You can come in here and check out curved projection screens. We try to build curved projection screens. We got a screen called an out curve. This thing looks pretty sick, especially if you're using it for some kind of like a gaming kind of simulator. They're fantastic for driving. They're fantastic for mech and flight simulators. It's called an out curve screen. You come on our channel, look at all the stuff that we have built. That's why I tell people at the end of the day that if you want to get down to experience about people who know what they're actually talking about and people that are just on YouTube just being clowns all day, go to their YouTube channel. Type in and see if they know anything what they're talking about. And you guarantee you'll find more knowledge on our site, more knowledge on our websites than any of them at the end of the day. Because again, if you look at my timestamp dates, they're 6 years ago, which means we were developing this stuff before these guys were even, well, I think a few were on YouTube at the time. Yeah, they were. But before, you know, that other guy, he was never on YouTube when we were doing this stuff. I don't know when he popped up. But anyway, you can look at the timeline on all the experience that we have learned down through time in developing technology compared to what they've done. Take the time out, do a little research. Go check our YouTube channel. Go look for stuff, and then go to their channel, look for stuff. You're not going to find jack. You're going to find nothing but insults, angriness, bitterness. That's pretty much it. It's kind of like trying to drink a drink made out of vinegar and salt with sliced lemons. This was like the digester, the drink at the end of the day. It's just quite disgusting. Yeah, they should have been had that stuff done. Anyway, 235.1 demonstrations I've done. I've built 235.1 screens. I bought 235.1 screens and assembled them, painted them, all that crazy stuff. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, the hidden secret. Here it is right here for you. Ladies and gentlemen, boom, right there. ViewSonic's hidden secret to 235.1 ratio capability. Gives you the ability for a projector at 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector. I don't know why. It has a 235.1 lens, but not only that, this is the PJD 5155 projector, which is the cheapest projector, and it has an anamorphic lens with a 22,000:1 contrast ratio. I paid $189 for this projector. Anyway, so let's get to this real quick.
Okay, how we doing right there? First things first.
There's a projector right there. Very cheap. There's a specification sheet right here. So this projector right here, the 300 lumens, actually is more powerful than the P2. Boom! 3,300 lumens, 22,000 to 1 contrast, 600 by 800. It says I have a 4.3. That's the thing to get you. That's the part to get you. Is that 4.3? Well, I want to project as a 4.3. My projector does a 16.9. Don't believe that at the end of the day. I don't know why to do 4.3 on it. I don't know why. But all the projectors I purchased that said 4.3 did 1610, 16.9. It does 16.9 or 1610, but this is a 235.1, which is kind of strange because it's never mentioned anywhere in the specification sheet on ABS, not ABS, on Projector Central. Now, when this projector came out, it was priced at $339. That's still freaking cheap for this projector.
The projector came out, it was around $339. Last time I bought one, it cost me around $301. Now, the projector is 3,300 lumens, I thought it was 32, but it's actually 3,300 lumens. Has a 20,000 to 1 contrast, which is very interesting. The resolution on the projector is 800 by 600. It's an SVGA projector with
Yep, everywhere you go, you gotta find it. It's gonna say the same thing, but that projector right there, see where it says 16.9? What settings it has on it? 16.9, right? Aspect ratio.
We are going to scroll down, and I'm going to hit, this doesn't work out too well. All right, why that one didn't. Guess we're going to add some. It's a projector that I got for $185, so I'm not.
Oh, you see all this stuff in the room? I gave it away to my whatchamacallit. He got my whole collection. Whole collection, even out of my warehouse. He got my whole freaking collection. I gave everything to him yesterday. You know why? I don't have time. I don't. I'm too busy. I got way too much to do. He got the whole collection. You know, just sit there and collect dust all day. It's pretty much what it does. I told you in the day, you're not taking any of the stuff with you when you pass off this earth. So, yeah, he can have it. He's young. Let him enjoy it now while he's young. Then he'll grow into it. Maybe he'll give it to somebody else. But for me to just sit in my storage unit and collect dust all day long, it's not going anywhere. No one can appreciate it or enjoy it. It's just sitting there. Yeah, he got it now. He's so happy. He's so happy. Oh my goodness. He had Gears of War guns. All that stuff was in there. He got the whole collection. The Neo Geos. Everything. He got it all. I kept my Dreamcast though.
Worried about it. If the camera
But he got it
doesn't
all.
work, I don't care. I'm more concerned about the 235.1. That's what I bought the projector for. So the projector.
There it is. 235.1. 235.1. Sounds like a radio station. 235.1. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the radio station. This is Kenny Brown, and you're listening to the wonderful classic sounds of La-Di-Da, La-Di-Da, and La-Ti-Da. We are on the radio station at 235.1, and we are basically playing the most amazing, relaxing music that you could ever think of. Sit back, enjoy, have yourself a cup of tea, and just relax. Oh, naysayers, at the end of the day, I gotta say something to you. All this stuff that you think upsets me, do I sound upset to you? No, you know stuff we're engineering today? Yeah, we're gonna be doing some crazy stuff today. So, motherboard's coming in today. We are going to be working on another PC, which I can't tell you about it. The blueprints are right here on what we're going to design. I got everything laid out. It's going to be absolutely amazing. So, again, basic liquid cooling system. Of course, definitely, we like the liquid cooling systems. $55 is much cheaper because I paid a lot more money for my liquid cooling system. It's going to be a 240 millimeter, which is going to be a 120 millimeter fan system setup. Power supply, which is interesting. I was thinking about this. We're off topic for just a minute because I'm going to add this in here real quick because I got things to do. On top, I got a very busy day today. I got business cards, go to a couple of places. But the submersive PC, which we're going to be calling Ocean Deep 6, which is going to be a little tiny tank, which is going to have a nice little submarine in there, like it's crashing and burning as it's going down. That one right there is submersive, which is vegetable cool PC with a liquid cooling system on it. But we have to get a mini ITX motherboard. We're going to use a graphic card we use in there. Yeah, I was thinking about that today too. Like, I might remove my motherboard out of there. The reason why I might remove the motherboard is because it's the board that we need, a board I can get in there, which is much better. I can get in there a ITX with a 3.0 for the PCI slot, which means I can put in an RTX 5080 in there, which is much better than a 1650. I can put a 1650 in there with no problem. But if I put an RTX 5080, it's much better than the 1650. But the only problem is that the PCI Express on there is a 2.0, and that requires a 3.0, which means I would have to take out the entire board, reset the CPU, which I'm thinking about doing because I got to change it to CPU anyway. The CPU on there is an i7. I think it's a 4740 or something like that. No, 3740, something like that. So I need to take that out and put in an i7 in there. Because I'm looking at the game they have on there with the marbles. It does require a little higher on the i5, but I can get away with a 4070. But no, I'd rather do it the i7, which I was planning to do. So if I do an i7, I'm going to change out the board too and put in the one with the 3.0 port. And then after that, I can go get my RTX 5080 on there. Sorry, 580 on that. There we go. That sound right? That sounds about right. All right. And that right there, that power supply, the power supply for that only needs around, but this is what the power supply for that was. See, that's the thing about, see, that's about computers. You got to memorize all that stuff. You got to memorize all those numbers, everything, all configurations. The same thing like screen paint. It's all memory. You have to memorize all that stuff. So all those parts and everything, I got to memorize all those parts, including all the ingredients and all my passwords and all my freaking everything I do at the end of the day. I got to memorize all of that. It's insane, isn't it? I freaking love it. Yes. So you have to. The only thing about bottom line at the end of the day, when it comes down to being intelligent, it just comes down basically just vast amounts of memory that you're able to be able to pertain. That's all it is. That's like the one of the things they do is they basically test your IQ and they take a picture and they let you see it and then they'll take it away and say, okay, show me how many things you memorized that was in that picture. That's it. Most people get the whole thing 100% and more. They're like, gee whiz, those are geniuses at the end of the day that do that. I actually have a friend, I have a few people that are actually borderline geniuses. A friend of mine, she did the Rubik's Cube. She solved the Rubik's Cube blindfolded. How the freak you do that? And it's not, there's no braille, there's nothing on it, blindfolded. She can absorb photographic memory. She can absorb vast amounts of memory. The only thing I have in photographic memory is basically, well, I can memorize all these parts and stuff. I see them one time, they're in my head, they're embedded, but people's faces. I never forget a face, ever. If I ever see your face, I will recognize you out of a crowd very easily. Never, ever forget a face. It's embedded in my head. You can shave, whatever. I wouldn't know it's you. Do whatever you want. I could know it's you. I do it all day long. Down Allentown, I match faces all day. And not only do I match faces, I can match exactly where they were at. I can match addresses where they're at, everything. It's crazy. So I know exactly, if I saw this person here, I will see them again there. And if I saw them there, I will memorize exactly the environment and where they were at, what they were wearing, what they were eating, everything just in my head. Oh. Yes, sir. If I was a private detective, you'd be screwed. How did you know it was me? I just know. But anyway, yeah, I had a photographic memory comes in that kind of thing. Oh yeah, let's check that out real quick. On for a minute. Brain is running at 100 miles an hour right now because we're just building stuff in our head. So, naysayers, you understand this? As I come on here and I show you what I am designing, what I am building in my head, I am building and designing. Designing and building, building and designing all at the same time. So, I had time to build 3 computers today, which we're going to design. Actually, this one we're building on, that one we're finished working on right now because I drew out the blueprints for that one. But the Ocean Deep 6 power supply issues. Power supply issues with that is the fact that trying to find a power supply to fit in the case. So basically going back to the Odell power supplies, which are much smaller, much thinner, and easier to hide and camouflage, very easy to hide, they're 240 watts. So basically at 240 watts, I can run an i5 processor with no problem, and I can run the graphic card if it's a 1050. A 1050? No, not 1050. Yeah, 1050 Ti or IT will actually running that quite nicely with no problem whatsoever. There's going to be plenty of power to run. I think they require like 75. That's basically about it. I'm trying to remember what the power requirement. I think it's 350. Yes, 350. 350 for the RTX 580. Let me see. Power supply required for an RTX. Oh my goodness, I forgot it that quick. Power supply required for an RTX 580. 580 power supply. Is it 350? 580 RTX 480. Sorry, got that off. It's 480. So 480. 500 watt power supply, not gonna do it at all. That's too close. That's really too close. So guess what? Power supply here has got to be taken out. Because if I put that, if I change out the board, I do a rebuild on this. Of course, those parts can go someplace else. But if I do a rebuild on this, on the retro system, and I change it out where we put in i7 3770 in it, we put in a new board with a 3.0. That's the reason why I got to change it because of the board. A 3.0 for the RTX 580. We're going to have to basically upgrade the power supply because we only have 500 in there because I wasn't planning to go, what I'm doing right now. And I do want a 3.0. The 3.0 is much better, the RTX 580, because it's more powerful than the 1050. Is it 1050? 1050, make sure we get this right. 1650 is more power than 1650. And it's cheaper too on top of that. So if I change my boards out to 3.0, which I can't do this one because I already ordered the board for that one, so, we're good with that. That's a work PC anyway. Oh, it's going to be a gaming PC too. So I'll put a 1650 on that with no problem. But as for the Ocean Deep 6, it's going to require a low-profile graphic card. It's not a gaming PC. It's just basically, well, it's a little bit of gaming, but it's just basic for something for show. So we're going to take this one out and stick it in that one over there because it's a low-profile board. That'll work right there. And then we have another PC we're building. Now, mind, we still have we're going to build the props for the torture rack system for the Steampunk and Fallout display. I'm going to start working on the screen I got down here. I already gave it that kind of crazy look to it. I'm going to be cutting the corners of, which I won't be doing here. I'll be doing it at the shop, so I'm going to give it a kind of a circle look to it. And we're going to build a retro TV to go with that, and stand, which is going to have the radio system. We're going to cut the back of that off, put a couple of old tubes in there, as I said, rust it down and make it look real old, and then we're going to download that song called Light the World on Fire, or I'll Set the World on Fire. You know how it goes. We'll have that plan. We're going to have that all set up, so we can actually have that set up when we put that thing together. And we're still finishing the one we got behind here. We're still working on that. So it's just basically cosmetic back there. That's pretty much basically about it. But the new PC, the other one, the Sugarplum Fairy is an easy one. That's an easy one to do. So that's an easy knockout. An i9 5 processor machine. I'm buying parts and stacking them in the corner for that because that's going to cost a lot of money. But anyway, let me see. Can I play Warhammer on this one? Yeah, I can play Warhammer on this one. When I get done with this one, I can play Warhammer off of it. It's going to be probably like low settings, but anyway. But the i9, yeah, it's going to take a while to put that thing together. It's a $3,000 machine, probably a little more than that, because it's going to have a dual power supply system set up. So the i9 processor, I couldn't find the dual board, which I was hunting for. I couldn't find that, but we'll get like a high. Well, I don't want it too high because the other ones were unstable. So basically, we're going to i9 processor. We're going to get 420 radiator systems. They come with 140 millimeter fans. The radiator systems are going to have another set of 6 industrial fans at 3,000 RPMs that are going to allow us to speed up that cooling on those radiator systems, including separate fan controllers and speeders to allow the RPMs to actually ramp up a little bit more. We're going to put in a customized reservoir system. So my reservoir system is going to be approximately 1 gallon. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be freaking cool in there. Everything in there is going to be frozen, which everything is going to be daisy chain. We're going to do a daisy chain system, which I can do that with the 420s. We just have to have a kit where it's not all in one. We're going to be building it pipe by pipe. So that means that I'm going to be basically freezing my hard drives. I found cooling systems for the M2 solid state drives. There's an adapter that you can plug in that will allow you to run 4 or 5 of those if you want, because they only give you 1 on the board at that. And we're also going to run some regular solid state hard drives at 20 terabytes each, which will actually equal up all together once we stack them into a little rack system. About 100 terabytes this thing is going to have on it. Wanted to get a server board. If I got a server board, I probably could put 2 of them, but like I said, I wanted 2 i9s, and if I got the server board with the 2 i9s, I would have had 128 gigs of RAM, but we're going to settle for 64. That's enough. We don't need more than that. I mean, I just want bragging rights on it. That's all I want. Whew. The graphic cards on it right now, I'm just going to get the 4070s and then later on upgrade to 5090s. Reason why I'm waiting on the 5090s, because with all new technology, there are bugs that pop up, and I want to see what's going to hit before I spend $3,000 for a graphic card and find out later on, like the 4090s did, this sucker started catching on fire, and that's what I want to wait for. That's why some people don't buy gaming systems the minute they launch, because they have bugs. The first systems always have bugs, you know. So you can be the first one to say, I got it, and be the first one to say it bricked. Now, let me see. So yeah, pretty much what we're going to be souping that system up to do. But because of my power supply, because of my graphic card, I saw somebody run a dedicated power supply for the graphic card. So we're getting two 1200 watt power supply systems. One's going to be strictly for the system, and the other one's going to be strictly dedicated for the graphic card. Ooh. Did you just flip out and say, oh my goodness, what the freak are you building? It's almost the same thing as I built Steam Boy. Steam Boy was a monster when we put that thing together. The 2011 server board, that was another monster we put together. Those machines were just designed basically to be future-proof. That's what I'm designing, future-proof machines. So again, I don't plan to buy any more consoles ever. And keep in mind, I have console players that I chill with from all the time, and these guys aren't out there screaming console ranters. Oh, that's a good one. Console ranters. Because console ranters get out there and they start screaming, oh, our system's better, we're this and that, and blah, down, yeah. That's what you guys do. The other people that play console don't do that. They come in and go, yeah, console system's nice and all, it's convenient and all that. And like, yeah, it's a cool system at the end of the day. That's basically about it. Now, they may go back and forth with Xbox, but they don't go up against PC. Have you lost your mind to go against a PC with a console? No. Even if they do put parts in you close to, not even close to us, they put PC parts in you. You can't compete with a PC. Are you crazy? There's no way in the world. Do you have any idea what your console would cost? If I put the parts in it that I put in my machine, do you know how much money that thing would cost in a day? Yeah, a couple $1,000s. And again, you have to understand, the problem you're going to have with the console, and they tried it, is the problem you're going to have is trying to charge the money for PC, but keep it as a console. That's going to be your main problem. Not the cooling system, because you need massive cooling system for all that hardware, and not basically this, that, and the other. The fact that you're going to have that conflict of price is going to pop up. Because the more stuff they're going to add in there, because look again, you have to understand console gamers. This is the sacrifice deal you will go through. PC people make PCs at the end of the day. We know it's going to be expensive. We already know from the door. We're going to pay some money. We know it. It's just a given. But if you want to have the same power and you want to be on the same level as PC, you're going to have to empty them pocketbooks. It's going to cost some money. So that means that they're going to put more expensive parts into this machine. You're going to have to pay for it if you want that kind of power. So if you want to be PC, yeah, it's going to cost you some money. You thought your $800 and $900 systems, or even if your system at $600, $500, was expensive. No. They start dropping some serious parts in your PC, your console system. Number one, you become PC. The minute your case is widened, the minute you start getting cooling systems on like we have, you already have PC. The problem is that you're still paying for a subscription, and we don't pay for a subscription at all, period. That's another problem. But they still want to have, they're never going to bend and say we're PC. They're never going to do it. The big industry is never going to say that. They're just going to charge you a ton of money for your console system, keep you paying for a live online subscription, and not give you access to pretty much a little bit of your machine, and that's it. That's pretty much it. So that's kind of jacked up when you really think about it. And you're going to spend that kind of money. If you're getting to a point you're going to spend $1,500 for a console system, you sure enough should be able to go through that whole entire thing and change whatever the freak you want out of there. That's a lot of money. They almost got to that point. I think at one point when they were scalping them babies, they were coming in at over $3,000. You spend $3,000 for a console system? Who in the right mind does that? You'd have bought a PC for that much money. A really good one too. And it would have came with a 600 gig hard drive on top of that. So yeah, you have to understand, this is what you're going to go through. If you want your machine and you want to have the bragging rights of saying, we're with PC, which means you are now PC, you don't have console anymore, you're going to be spending more money. That was the convenience of console. Console didn't require all these heavy parts we have in PC. Now, PC requires heavy parts because, again, our games do look fantastic. We can change anything we want in the game. So we can go in there and mod the games and change out the outcome of how the game looks. Better sunlight, better lighting, all that stuff, you know what I mean? Or graphics, so we can change all that stuff. But if you want that capability, those parts cost money. So you're going to have to, your machines are going to start costing over the 500, over the 600, 700, 800 mark, 900. You're going to reach 1,000 pretty soon. So you're going, and people are going to complain that it's supposed to be a console at the end of the day. It's supposed to cost as much as it. There we go. That's where we had this discussion with console gamers. It's supposed to be a console. Why does a console cost that much money? Because you want PC parts in it. That's why. So if you want the big boy parts in it, you got to pay for the big boy parts. We pay for them all day long. I'm paying for parts right now. So if you want those big boy parts, you're going to have to pay for that. And they're going to charge you for it. So they'll say, look, how you want this? We can give you this, but you're not going to be happy with it. But we can give you that, which you're freaking going to love, but that costs more money. So that's what's going to happen. And I literally had this conversation with these gamers in there. And even the console gamers that we play with, they agree with it 100%. They say, yeah, if they keep jumping these machines and keep putting these more powerful parts in them, it's going to cost us more money. And it's going to cost you more money. There's no way in the world they're going to be able to put that kind. That's the reason why I think they gave you such a low hard drive. I think it was price point. That's why. They stuck 4 terabytes of a solid state M2 stick, and your system, you know how much your system would have jumped by? So they have to minimize what they can put in there to keep the price to a certain range, to keep it in the console area. Because console is not supposed to cost as much as PC. Yeah. And that's the problem you have. That's the problem you're running into. It's the fact it's cost-wise. You remember when they put the Blu-ray on the PS3? These things were $800, $900 for a Blu-ray system. Just because it had a Blu-ray system on it, they were $800 and $900 for the PS3. So what do you think is happening if they start putting bigger parts on your machine? Your machine's going to go up. And you're sitting there like, what in the world? You reach, sure, you can build PCs. I built PCs for like under $300. Under $300, I built PCs. This one over here has 240. It has 240 on the power supply. It's running a 1050 graphic card. It has 16 gigs of RAM on an i5 processor. 7040 i5 processor, right? The machine altogether cost me roughly about $138. And then I put the graphic card on it. It cost me $150. That's it. I had some fun with this game, boy. Let me see. And people game hardcore games off these things. They do. There's a whole slew of YouTube videos on buying these particular all-in-one gaming machines and just upgrading a few things on it, and they make excellent. People overclock them and everything. I've seen people overclock Pentium 4 hyperthreads. Yeah, and they turn them into gaming systems. I was in here playing yesterday. I gotta get it. Dude, I gotta start up. Still got games on here you haven't even freaking loaded in? Alien Swarm, that's another good one. Dude, this is on this one here. Pretty soon I'll be gaming on this one because I got this one. These are all for dedicated server online games. I do a lot of online games on here. Install that one too. Gotta get on installing this stuff. I want you to get a chance, do some research, go in and check out the Dell's upgrades, and people modified the daylights of those things. That's how I found out about it. And that thing is cheaper. When your PC, when they start doing them heavy PC parts, your machine is going to go up through the roof. It is. You got to pay for it. Oh, I forgot we had this game on here, Dust Off. This is a good game too. I got to start playing this more often. This is a zombie game. This game is amazing. You're in a helicopter shooting zombies. Got to get back on that one. I forgot I had that thing on here. You literally lose games in here. It's just so much stuff. You download a lot of games. Oh, this is a good game. All the machines come to life and try to kill you. And it's like, it's maximum overdrive. That's what it reminds me of. Everything tries, all the guns try to kill you. Reborn update. Yeah, that's my game right there. Hades. We don't do Hades. I didn't really think about that when I downloaded Hades. Like, oh shoot, we can't play this. I had to take it off my uninstall it. Jetson Guns. So that was on Dreamcast. That's where I got that one. Just Cause 2 multiplayer. Big fan of blowing stuff up. Left 4 Dead dedicated server. You know, play on the server. I gotta install that. I haven't got around to doing it yet. Let me see. What game is this? Store page. Maybe go to store page and check it out. Oh, it's violence in this game. Let's see, view page. We bought this? Oh, what the freak? I didn't install this thing? Dagnabbit, I'm gonna install this game. What the heck? I was gonna did I buy this? This is bad. It's really bad when you buy so many games. You literally don't remember how much stuff you bought. Oh, I didn't know we bought that. Wait, we can play this right now? I didn't buy it. Sheesh, man. Man, I do this all the time, man. I download games. Forget we got. This is another game right here. It's freaking amazing. I played the daylights of that one. Max Payne. Oh yeah, speaking of that one, I was gonna get into that one, man, but Ubisoft and their freaking questionnaire, I got tired of like, what's your email address? No, you need to know all this stuff at the end of the day. Really, just to play a freaking game? You're doing way too much. Way too much. Yeah, this game's a good game. You only get one try and you're done. That's it. You're done. Did we play this game? Wait. You gotta figure out what you bought, what you didn't buy. You know what it is? The Steam games. The sale they have on here is freaking. Hold on, I get my case off of here. I gotta charge my phone. The sales they have on here are freaking insane. You'll be buying like 30 games. It costs you like $50 for like 30-some games. Games like $2 and $3 on here. So you'll be buying like tons of games. That's one of the things that when I switch back over to PC. There we go. When I switch back over to PC, I didn't realize how cheap the games were. Games are super cheap. So you'll be in there like something like 30, 40 games in your account out of $50. I forgot we had this thing. Oh, I gotta get online and play this. Yippee-ki-yay. I'll hit that one next. Let me see. Outrage. That's another one. Gotta play that one. Haven't got around to that yet. Outrage. I got the beta, so I can go check out the game before it launches. Another thing too is a ton of games you can come in here, free games, all kinds. Also, tons of free games on here. There are tons of free games on PC. You're gonna online fighter games, strategy games. There's tons of them on here. You're in the Warhammer. Do you have any idea how many versions of Warhammer sit on PC? Matter of fact, that's where Warhammer came from. It came from PC. That's what I use the flight simulator. Let me find it. It's around here somewhere. Retro shooters. I'm into the retro shooters. These are all server games. Server games, these are games I play online. For the dedicated servers. Sniper Elite 4. I couldn't stand 5. 5 was absolutely horrible. The aiming system that they have for the scope was absolutely reckless. I hated that game. I'm a big fan of Sniper 4. Big fan. It wasn't solid like Sniper 4. The scope was all over the place. Robot Wars. I need my flight stick for this game right here because I cannot play it on a controller. It does not work well. It plays better if I'm using it with my flight stick. Much better. Where's my flight stick at? This thing has pedals on it too. Yep, it's a pedal system for this. 3 pedals. That's my flight stick right there. Well, as soon as we get buttons right there. Back and forth, got buttons over there. All these work. When you're playing it, all these will work. You have to use all these. Yeah. This is why I'd rather game this way than this way than these, because it feels more realistic. So if I'm doing a flight game or a simulator game like that, I'd rather have the real controls because it gives a more realistic effect. Like driving games, I hate doing driving games with controller. Steering wheel only. I only do steering wheel only with driving games. How do you going to change change your gears on a controller? It's better. Oh yeah, I'd rather do it that way instead. Especially when you're doing drifting. Can't drift on that. You drift on basically the steering wheels. I love that, man. Hit the speed, the acceleration, and then you tap the brake at the same time. Tap, 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 tap. You see, and man, I love it. And turn a little bit, jerk the steering wheel. Oh man, I missed that. I gotta get me another steering wheel. Dun, 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 dun. Driving steering wheels with pedals for a PC. Where do we go? I'm gonna get one of these racks right there. Man, I just need to try it. And the best one I played was the Mad Cat 2. And the reason why I like the Mad Cat, because the Mad Cat was tight when it came to corners. Some of them just be too loose. Like you just tap the wheel, bam, hit the wall. I hated those. It's just too much. But they got ones you can actually go on. You can actually tighten it up a little bit. But yeah, I had some that were actually too loose, man. You just tap it, bam, you just hit something. Which one was solid, nice solid turns, man. I just like the Mad Cats, but Mad Cats, I don't think they make them anymore. Logitech, I had Logitech. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more. All right, people, we're running down the time here. Pretty sure you got things to do. I got things to do. I've got to charge my phone up. I got packages coming today. I got orders to get to the post office, and I'm glad we had a chance to talk about the screens. And at least we got some of that PC stuff in there, so that's good. So that's all done. Because I was going to talk about that separately, but now we got it all at the same time. And yes, we're going to have pretty soon an Elite screen up here. I think it's probably made by Elite Screen. 100 inches. We won't have the parts for the Christian because Christian needs a new lamp, which I have to order a new lamp, and I still have to go get that projector. It's in pieces. I was get one part, the whole projector sitting in storage, and the lens and remote control is in another place. So I go pick that up over there, get the projector down here, which I'm probably gonna do all that on Wednesday, the day I order the screen, and then I have to go order a lamp for it because the lamp died on that projector. So get a new lamp on it. So we do a lamp install. But until then, we're going to use this one right here on the desk because I don't want it on the desk. But we'll use it on the desk right now. And we'll get in there and show you that doohickey. That doohickey. That's still running on my PC. My PC's been running for like 4 days now. 4 days. 4 days. Look at them birds over there. Look at them birds over there. Them birds. Now, naysayers, I understand this real quick. I don't hate you. I say this in the day because you're funny. It is funny. When you act up and carry on and get mad. Some days I'll be sitting there, I'll be eating at a restaurant with my family, and I'll be thinking like, wow, these people are like really upset about my paint at the end of the day. Like it really, really bothers them at the end of the day that my product is this good. And you could easily say on camera, well, it's not that good. Well, look, that's what the matching betters are. It's to shut you up because you run your mouth too much. That's why anytime if you do get any customers and they do contact you and they say, hey, look, if your product is better than Mr. Bird, all you have to do is just match and better one of his demonstrations, right? Okay, then. There we go. What's the problem? Why is all the hostility and anger at the end of the day? I gave you the opportunity. It's right there. Match and better one of your demonstrations? Well, would it be a problem because we can't get your paint because you keep canceling, give me back my money. See how that works? You can't make challenges at the day if you're not there for the challenge. You see how that works? You have to be there for the challenge for that to work. And in the situation, the position that I'm in right now, do I care about your challenges? No, because you canceled out already, which means why would I even care? You didn't show up to the first fight. You didn't show up to the second one, or the third, or the fourth, or the fifth, or any of them. I gave you multiple opportunities. I went to your website. I gave you money. You gave it back to me. What am I supposed to do after that? I'm done. I got things to do. I give you an opportunity to back your products up. You go back your products up. You cancel your orders, and that's it. That's the end of it. I ain't crying over spilled milk. Yeah. So that's the end of it. You can't, but you get on there and you get mad and so frustrated, so angry. Guys, you're old at the end of the day. You know that, right? You don't take care of yourself. You don't work out. I'm pretty sure you don't eat right. I don't eat right, but I work out more than you do. But anyway, at the end of the day, you really shouldn't be getting all excited like that because you'll mess around and have a heart attack. You're pretty sure you guys are not in the best of shape, okay? So you really shouldn't be getting excited like that. I can because I stay in shape. Yeah. But anyway, you can't do that, all right? You go to the gym, start working out, hit that 21,000 step. I got to break the meter too. I forgot about that. I'm going to break the meter in the snow. Make it a challenge because it's going to be too easy to do it. I'm going to do it in the snow. I'm going to break the meter in the snow. Yeah, if I'm going to break that meter because I got to reach, the meter goes all the way up to around 24. I think it's 24 steps. So we got to break that meter in the snow. I'm going to do it in a snowstorm too. Definitely do it. Be absolutely beast. Yeah, I broke the meter in a snowstorm. That's what we do. But anyway, it's 9:19 already. I got to get out of here. It's that they get really frustrated and angry and they just carry on and act up. Because look, that's what the matching betters are for. And just go do it. And you can't sit there and say, hey, we're challenged at the end of the day. Gentlemen, you canceled. You gave me back my money. That's it. That's the end of it. We're done. That's like you having a promoter, promoting a fight. We show up. You don't. Everybody's sitting like, where's the other side at? They didn't show. They never shown up. They're not here. And that's like you televise and after like a week later, it's like, yeah, so we're going to be there tonight. And everybody won't believe you. They're like, yeah, we were there. You never showed up. So, fool me once. Shame on me. Fool me twice. No, what was that? Fool me once. Shame on me. All right. I can't get what that goes. How is it? Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. I don't know. I think that's what it is. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah. So we did show up to the party. You just weren't there. I showed up. I had shoes on, the suit and everything. I was ready to go. Ready to go, and you just weren't there. You weren't there. You didn't show up. What happened? Where did you go? Make excuses. My car broke down. It didn't work. Couldn't show up. That's what happened. Yeah. Anyway, I don't have time for that nonsense. I'm a businessman today, and I got work to do, okay? I don't have time for the back and forth, la-di-da-da-da. You canceled out. That's the end of it. Moving on. All right. But we need another chance. We have to prove ourselves. No, you're done. We're finished. Let me see. Kind of remind me of when people go out and they do the singing and they fail miserably. Like, let me get another chance. I know I can do it this time. I know I can. Like, no. We heard all we need to hear. We're done. We're definitely done. We don't hear anything else. So, real quick, getting back to this real quick. So, right here, that is where our screen's going to hit. So, When we put it here, that's what's going to hit. As you can see, cardboard box has no justice for my technology. So basically, the two holes that they put in, there's one there. This is where the whiteboard used to be at. And there. There's studs in here, and there's studs right here, which is good. So we just drop 2 screws in, take my screen out, lock it in place, we're done, that's it. Oh, those you don't know real quick, sorry, I didn't announce that. That is our technology right there, painted on some cardboard boxes. That is the dedicated, FLE dedicated Apex gamer technology right there. Yep. Look, and here's Taco. How you doing, buddy? How are we doing? Give me that look, give me that look. Taco. You always want to be on camera anyway. Hey, you. Look up here. I just woke up. You and your camera. Taco says hello. Hello, Taco. These people are bitter about my cat. They hate my cat. They're bitter about my cat. That's some serious, true hatred at the end of the day. You just hate a cat for no reason whatsoever. But I guess that's supposed to bother me. Nah, it doesn't. I'm a grown man at the end of the day. It's like a child saying, hey, your cat's a duty head. I'm going to just sit there and get, oh, yeah, whatever, son, you know. No, what do I care? I'm an adult at the end of the day. Why would I care about that? I got things to do. I got things to design and build. I got time about that. All right. So, people, have a good time out there. Enjoy your lives at the end of the day. Be safe out there. Walk in the way of the Lord the best that you possibly can. Naysayers, at the end of the day, please get your life together. Really do get your life together. Let me explain something to you. No, forget it. There's no point in explaining anything to them. They don't get anything. It just goes out one ear and out the other. Forget it. Move on. All right. Y'all enjoy your lives out there. I got more stuff to do. We're going to be showing up with more of these projectors. These new builds we're going to be building. Pretty soon, this is going to be going into a case. And I can't wait to see the technology painted to a smooth surface, because the cardboard boxes are nice enough, but the lines and stuff, it's the lines, okay? So pretty soon we'll be breaking that down and getting that into a box to get ready to toss that out. And that's going to go too. We got our 50-inch screen going over there. That's the theater screens on the go. We're going to have one over there. So that's going to be going too. So yeah, you get a chance to see it on a professional level. And then we're going to, different from all the others who have the 100-inch screen, our system's going to have a halo system sitting on top of it. Yeah, that big bar light that we had in the garage is going to wrap around that screen. So that's going to be a challenge. Today we are going to have the ambient light challenge. It's going to be a slice of all our demonstrations done in fully lit environments. It will be a challenge for you naysayers out there who constantly say, oh, this products don't work. They're fake. Uses special camera equipment to make him do all. Mind, you're going to court for that. So just to let you know that I'm suing you for making that statement. Okay, so you want to know that $80,000 lawsuit, maybe $100,000, depends on what they give us. But yeah, you're getting sued for that. So you're going to have to back up in court that we were doing that, or guess what? You're going to pay me some money. Anyway, so as I said before, just because you guys go around making these false statements, you're going to have to basically match or better the demonstrations. Now, if we're using special camera equipment, as you say we are, you should have no problem repeating the same demonstration exactly to the T. Correctly. And if they don't, people, at the end of the day, well, it is what it is. They can't do it, and we're the best. Is he selling that black paint yet? Hold on for a minute. I got to pop me here for just a minute. I know we're way over time here, but I got to check and see if this black paint is available yet. My people said they've been contacting him. I mean, my people, not my people, like people I know, customers, people I do business with, they've been contacting him to see if the paint is available. And they're going to buy it and bring it to us. Keep in mind, all shopping carts are up for grab. Anything he has, bring it to us. Anything. I don't care what it is. We're going to be showing pretty soon. We have a post office business virtual account going up. Yes, this is our business mail. We need all place for our mail to go to. And yes, we're going to have a section there set up in the post office and send it over. Now, mind you, if you send over something that you're not supposed to send over, that's going directly to a post office, a government facility building, which means that you'll get into a ton of trouble by doing that. All right, so don't do anything stupid. You understand me? All right, gotcha. FBI is right across the street, so you know that. Right across the street from the post office, literally right across the street, FBI is right there. So you'll be reported right there with no problem. So don't do dumb stuff. But if someone can get that product over here, I would appreciate it. Heck, you know what? I may put one of those legendaries up on the bed. We only make one of them in the entire year. Actually, one of them is actually one of the rarest one. We might put one of those up. Or I might just buy a game system and put it up. I want that paint over here. Well, we don't need it. But I'm just trying to see how far he's going to go of canceling. How many people is he willing to cancel out to make sure it doesn't come here? It's not about we don't want it. We don't need it at the end of the day. It's already seen from the videos and the cancellations and all that it's really not a paint worth anyone's time. But just curious, how many people is he willing to cancel out to make sure it doesn't come here? That's what I'm curious about. So we may buy something nice and put it up and say, hey, look, hey, get the system, we'll contest. And buddy, that's not, you can't get mad about that. That's not harassment. You have a website, you're selling a product. If you don't want to sell the product, then get rid of the website. That's what you do. If somebody put a contest about, you don't have to put a contest about my paint. Just go buy. That's it. But the difference is between me and you is I don't make stuff up. All my stuff I can back up 100%. So I can walk into a courtroom and defend my stuff at the end of the day and sue the person who made the false comment. But you, on the other hand, can't do that because you made these things up. So with that being said, if I put a contest for anybody to get your product and send it over to one of the virtual boxes, you can't get mad about that. You're getting money at the end of the day. Someone's paying you for your product to bring it over here for testing. What's the problem? You're not getting ripped off. No one's scamming you. You're getting paid money. I put money into your banking account, did I not? $700 worth of orders, right? All right then. You couldn't ship me the item. You canceled every single order. All right then. Then guess what? People are doing the same thing too now. That's why he calls it harassment. Because people are trying to buy the product to bring it over here to us. And it's what he calls harassment. Are you in business or not? That's like you opening up a supermarket and you're advertising. You got the best food. And people go in there and buying. Oh, you can't buy this food. You can't have it. Here's your money back. And they keep coming back and, oh, this is harassment. That's literally what you're doing. It's not harassment at the end of the day. Get his product and bring it. I'm going to set up a box to send this product over to. Because I don't see how that's a problem at the end of the day. I don't have to do that. You'll never hear me out of my mouth make some statement that way. If somebody got to put it, go buy. Just like when you sat there and said that I basically canceled an order. Again, that's going to cost you money. $250,000 lawsuit, maybe a little higher than that, maybe a little more than that. Because again, you can't go on YouTube. You can't make false statements that I, Kenneth Bird, trying to slander my good name by saying, I'm suing you for slander, by the way, and say that I made a statement that you couldn't buy from my website. You can buy from my website anytime you want to. I ship out to anybody at the end of the day. So, because you made that statement, make sure you have those receipts on before we get to court. But if you don't, buddy, you're going to be in a lot of trouble in there. Okay? So make sure you got my receipts. I got yours. I can print them up anytime you want. If you want to make that statement in the day that you never canceled out, don't do that. Don't be that dumb. Really don't. You waste my time. I'm going to sue you for more money. So don't do that. Ooh, look at that steering wheel right there. I had one with a wooden handle. It was pretty. Wooden steering wheel was pretty cool. I like that one. This one stand up. No, I'm doing stand up. Oh, I know what it's for. This is freaking sick. Okay, the stand goes to that. But anyway, yeah. But I'm going to try above and say this black paint's available. Because see how long this thing's going to be out of stock. He makes it himself, right? So all the ingredients that you don't get over the counter, that there won't be a shortage of because you get them over the counter, is because it's out of stock. Let's see if it's out of stock. I'm going to keep checking. I'm going to check back every day, see if it's available. My people contact me and say, nope, not available. Where's it at? It's supposed to be the best black screen paint on the market. That's what you said, right? Okay, then how come we can't find it? You don't get mad, or just remove it. That's all. We did remove it. You can't sell the product because it doesn't work. See, this is what happens when you challenge, and I can't say this enough. Before you challenge my company, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. You need to research what I do. He didn't research me. If he had researched me, he'd realize this guy tests a lot of stuff, does a lot of work, does a ton of demonstrations. I may be a little bit over my head. You are definitely over your head. You got submerged. You definitely got over your head. Now you got to pull your product off your marketplace and put down there out of stock. Or don't have it available. And then put up there and say the reason why it's not there because you're being harassed. You're not being harassed. People are asking to buy your product to bring it to us. That's not harassment. You just can't back it up because you lie. That's like No Man's Sky. It's No Man's Sky? Yeah. He fixed it. The guy did come back and fix everything, which I'm happy he did that. But he got on there and he talked about this game having these multiple universes and new universes are the same and how people can meet other people. It's crazy how he was explaining. And none of that was true, probably at that time. But he embellished and lied about a lot of things. And he took a lot of pre-orders on this product. And he found out that this product the game didn't do what it was supposed to do. Remember that nonsense that went on? But the good thing about what I like about this guy is came back in and he fixed the problem and he made it so. That's why I have respect for this guy. These guys don't do that. Yep, there you go. It's supposed to be his black paint. Supposed to be the best product, the best black paint on the market. And let me explain something to you. When you send me emails like, oh, it's better than your product. Oh, it's going to put you out of business. Oh, it's people going to buy this product more. No, buddy. You know how many times I've heard that story? You ain't the first time who I've heard this story. I've heard big companies tell me this story. I've heard so many people on so many forum sites, on YouTube channels, social media. You name it. I've heard it all. I'm still here. You have one black paint compared to paints I was making before you ever existed on YouTube. My knowledge in black technology is way beyond yours. It's like if we were basically going to have a chalkboard and we're going to write out what we know about black technology, you don't even need a chalkboard. You need something about that size. This is all you need to write down what you know about black paint. Compared to me at the end of the day, who knows way more than you do. You don't know how to make invisible black technology. None of that stuff, man. Forget it. You're not even on my level. Forget it. I'm being generous when I say that. Matter of fact, forget it. There you go. That's you. There you go. Me, there's no scale for me because I'm still developing black technology. I'm still advancing the new stuff. I even have a hologram technology coming out that's jet black. Sheesh. Why did they challenge me? Why? Why did they challenge me? You can't get mad and upset at the end of the day. It's true. You can't get mad about that. I can get mad about that. You can't get mad. That's true. Come on, don't get mad about that. Don't get mad about that. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. It's true. It's true. I'm not getting on and say, oh, he's bragging. I'm bragging, right? They say I'm bragging, right? Then finish my matching betters then. Show me something better. Come on now. If you're basically going to poke the bear, expect for the bear to come out and claw you. That's also a poke the bull. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. In that case, you didn't get hit with the horns. You literally got hit with the horns and you got stampede at the same time. So, yeah, it's like, hey, Bob's over there. He ain't over there no more. The biggest bull just came out and just poked the daylight and just ran over him. Back and forth multiple times. He's done. You're not coming back. That's the one thing that would scare the daylights out of me. Oh, the bull rider at the end of the day, is that bull coming down on my back? Well, you guys are crazy at the end of the day. Exciting to watch, but you guys are crazy. That would terrify me, man. Hitting the head, the back, somewhere. Yeah, that'd be crazy, but they do it. You got to admit that. That's a different kind of person. That is a person that is completely built different to get on a wild animal. I mean, it's not the worst that you can get your neck snapped on that thing, but the fact that when you get thrown off of it, I know the clowns are supposed to be out there and they're distracted, but still, bull riders are insane. Yeah, I can see why they get on roller coasters don't find it amusing. I wouldn't either if I rode bulls. That's interesting. That's freaking interesting. I actually got a chance one day when I got a chance to go to a rodeo and watch that happen. I thought that was the most fascinating thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Man. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. People who do stuff like that, man, it's interesting, though. It's interesting. I wonder what the life insurance policy's got to be insane. That is crazy. They're like people who test rocket cars. And things could blow up on them when they're taking off. It's insane. The jobs that people have, they're absolutely nuts. But they like it. That's why they do it. Let me see. Wow. We're done. We got nothing else to do. I can do something else, but it really don't matter. Don't care. Got things to do. Anyway, sold out, as he has it always sold out. So, let's see how long it's sold out for. Let's see. His term of sold out means bottom line he can't make it and doesn't have it. This is a new FLE product. Claims he has, and they look, he took the sold out off of it. No, it's still sold out. You can't sell this because he can't make it. He doesn't even know what it is. They don't even know what it is. And this is interesting right here. Nothing in the specification sheets, of course. If you go over here where it says FLE products, because this is what they do. They go on, they put a lot of stuff on their website. So these guys are the people I would not trust with credit cards or nothing at all whatsoever, because the cards, their websites aren't real. They're dummy sites. That's what I call them. They basically steal other ideas, they steal images, stuff like that, to try to make their site seem like something that it's not. And they have constant failure in products that constantly fail all the time. And check this out right here. So this product was supposed to come out in July of 2024. I think we're past that date, right? We're past July the 24th. So what they do is, like I said, they copy us, because again, like I said, our products are far more superior. And again, gentlemen, you can't get upset. I have your cancel receipts. Do you need me to post your receipts? Because I can post your receipts today on a form site right now. All your canceled orders right there. I got Jamie's on there all over the place. Do you want yours out there, Mr. Partey? Because I can put yours out there. Or Danny, want to call yourself? I don't have your receipts posted. You want me to post them? I try to be nice about it. I can post your receipts right now if I want, all of them. So, again, you can't say that you know how to make a product if you can't back your own product up. So, again, as I said before, 2024, this product was supposed to be out of July. We are past July. Where's the product at? Coming July to 2024. So what I mean by fake sites means that they can't back their products up. Tons of cancellations. A few people, I'm not the only one who got a state removed. There's other people got the states removed too also. You got products at the end of the day that they don't know what they're saying on their specification sheets. They're making stuff up as they go along, trying to use big words to sound important on YouTube, like they know what they're talking about. It's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. That's what it comes down to. And another thing too is there's still images. They'll steal anything they can to try to make their product like something that it's not, including taking our stuff. Because again, if my stuff was such a scam, why would you basically touch it to begin with? All right then. And they can't basically make the product because they don't even know how to make theirs correctly. That's why they put dates up and they can't back up the dates. He has a history of this. We have somewhere between 5 to 6 different launch dates. We had shopping carts go down for long periods of time, then go back up again. All shopping carts lock again because he was locking his accounts because he didn't want us going in to buy his products because he would have to cancel the orders. So we're used to this. It's a history of seeing the same thing over and over again. So as you can see right here, never produced at all, of course, because he doesn't know what he's doing. And then over here, let me see, with these products, this is supposed to come out July the 24th. This one, which he called himself having the same thing as in our technology that absorbs sunlight, was supposed to launch on the 23rd of November, right? And now it turns around. It's supposed to launch in January of 2024, which we're past that date, aren't we not? Okay. Same thing. The other one does the same thing too. He does the exact same thing he does too. He's supposed to have the Sugar Plum Fairy, put a date for that, never launched. He was supposed to have the FLE Dedicated Gamer, never came out for that. He was supposed to have we didn't put down Quasar, I don't know if he did or not, but the other one he did put out, the Cinemax, Advanced Cinemax or Black Cinema we had. He was supposed to make that. That never came out. That's what they do. That's what they do. And the sad thing about it is, the reason why he removed his shopping cart is because you can't have a shopping cart on a product that's non-existing. Because if you do, this is consumer fraud and this can get you in a lot of trouble. The only thing you can have shopping carts on are products that exist. Because if a customer clicks on that and that transfer to an account, the minute that transaction goes through and you can't provide that product or you lied about it, you're done. That's it. That's all it takes is for that transaction to go through. That's it. It's automatically considered to be a sale the minute the transaction goes through. So, again, can't have a shopping cart on there. The first thing they ask you, well, does this product exist? Well, technically, no, it doesn't. Why do you have a PayPal shopping cart on that to take money from customers? What is it for? Why do you have the card there? There you go. So he can't have that there. That black paint that I told you before is nothing but a failure. It doesn't work. It comes up gray, as we saw in multiple demonstrations. The range gain doesn't exist. It doesn't have the ability to pick up rear projection technology, and none of that at all, period. He's missing a ton of information in specification sheets. But, Mr. Rogers, or Danny, you call yourself, just because you removed the black one, you have other paints on there that are basically, you can't back these products up. And some of these paints are gray. So, how much of that stuff will match gray paint? So, with that being said, you need to do those tests. You need to back up the range gain on all these products you have on here. You need to do demonstrations showing rear projection technology on these paints. If you don't do that, then, you know, like I said, we're taking to court for consumer fraud. So you figure it out. I've seen which one we have on here? I've seen this one, the Series C, that's when that failed. The Series A, that came out gray. We saw that in the demonstration come out gray. This one over here sits with two different, yeah, this is a charcoal. This is one we saw that basically in the unboxing, that one came out gray, not dark gray. And this one is supposed to be front and rear, which you can't do that because it's a roll-on application. Rear projection screens are not rolled on. It damages the screen. Not recommended for ultra short throw projectors. How do you have a gray screen? Never mind, forget it. I'm not going down there. I just way too easy today. And then you have range gain on here, claiming to be two different gains, and these gains don't exist. So, yeah, again, that's a problem. And they all have the same gain, whether they're light or dark. Which, yeah. Let me see. Right here, this is another one. This is dark gray. One's charcoal gray. This is dark gray. Same thing. Nothing new in the specifications. Roll on, spray on. Supposed to be, is this front and rear? You have on this one. Range gain sits on this one too. Can't have that on there if you can't back that up. That's not true. Gain range, non-existing. Right there. Nope. And this is an active shopping cart right there. So again, you're going to have some problems here because any customer buys any one of these paints that you have on here and you can't back up that range gain, you have a have not described coming your way. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little note out to anyone who basically, we don't care about the black now because again, I said before, he can't back the product up. But the rest of them, hey, any one of them will work. Any one of them will work to be sent over. Any one of them will work. And I'm going to come in and try to make another purchase. I wonder if the state's missing from my other shopping. If it's missing from that shopping cart, I wonder if it's missing from this shopping cart too. See exactly where, if he's going to go cancel out of state on this one. He'll probably cancel out of state on every shopping cart. I guarantee you. Oh, that'd be embarrassing. That'd be embarrassing. He's canceled out of state on every single shopping cart. We had a state canceled out on one of them. All right, then. We'll do that this week. I'm going to come and place an order through your site. See if you'll cancel the state. So you know ahead of time, so you know this, Mr. Rogers. I'm pretty sure you're in the room and heard what I just said. So you're probably already on your PC right now, going into your account editing mode and removing the state of Pennsylvania in every shopping cart. Doesn't make a difference if you remove it. I'm going to go see if you did. If that makes it even worse for you to show that your products do not work. Come on. I'm the one at the end of the day that you need to beat. You do. You need to take me down in order to show that your product is worth anything. Because you painted that picture already. I like to say we're painted that picture. Now, see, if you mind your own business and you staged in your backyard and made your products and all, we wouldn't know who you are. Ain't none of my business at the end of the day. Make your black paint, be happy. That's it. I'm good. I'm already established. You know that. My product sells online. I'm going to be making extremely crazy money out here because we can back our stuff. So I really don't care what you make online. It doesn't affect my business in any way whatsoever. You can make all the black paint you want. Don't care. You can't get my contracts at the end of the day. I have contracts set up for me. I have my foundations already been set for me. So you don't get what's on my table. You get what's on your table. You want what's on my table, you're going to have to work to get it. So with that being said, you've already painted that picture and already for yourself. So Man, and bottom line is that you're going to have to, if you mind your own business, stay in your backyard, you'll be good. But because you basically felt the need to sit at my table and try to eat from my table, now people are just going to label you as a person who basically came up against us and you canceled out of state and you put money back into the account. That's how they see you now on YouTube. You can talk all this stuff about your product being distant. It doesn't make a difference. They don't care. You canceled out against us. That's all that matters. With Fernando on his side, on his end, it doesn't make a difference. All the barking he does doesn't mean jack at all. His product matched the house paint in 2 different occasions, and there's multiple cancellations that we have against him. That's all they see now. So if they want a great paint, they're going to go someplace else. They're going to go on Amazon. They're going to either make it themselves. They're going to go to eBay. That's what they're going to do. They're not going to bother buying your stuff. They'll talk a whole lot of trash. That's what happens. You build up a whole lot of hype about your products, and you couldn't back it up. The last thing you want at the end of the day is to cancel your item. So it kind of makes you look like not a real serious person in business. It makes you look like a troll. Like you're spending money for all this on your site so you can troll other people. That's what you're doing. That's very expensive. Basically, very expensive. What's the word for it? Trolling. Consider the fact that there's criminal charges involved in this and massive lawsuits. Yeah, it's a very, very expensive trolling. So I don't know what all this is supposed to be, but this is not real at all, period. Yeah, dark environment. Look at this. In the dark, of course. Anytime they do contrast level, they sit in a dust environment. It's just super dark. Look at the floor. In the dark. Look at the floor until they're in the dark. In the dark. And this is supposed to be, let me see. I don't have anything about ambient light rejection. Again, bad picture taken, and the screen is on the floor, which means that light doesn't mean jack at the end of the day. That's not impressive. Look how all your lights are up there. They're way up there on your ceiling. And the floor's on the floor. Gee, where's the reeds? We don't just do jump. We don't do anything. We just fake it to make. I was wondering what that sound was. That's him beating up the screen, fighting the birds. Any outside demonstration? No, of course there's no outside demonstration. You know what to expect from that. All right, I gotta go. I got things to do. Thank you all for your time. I'm gonna fight with the birds for a little bit, and I'm gonna get ready to measure out for my screen size. I think we got the room for it. And the Chrissy projector, we should be able to hit the screen with no problem whatsoever. Look, people, at the end of the day, you're tired of basically dealing with this nonsense. At the end of the day, getting ripped off on products that, again, can't back themselves up. They cancel out against us. That tells you right from the door. You're tired of paying expensive money. You don't want to spend the money for certified screens because they're too expensive. You come to us and you buy from us. And then for those, I get some people saying, well, we can go ahead, do the research, knock yourself out. Look, we got match or better demonstrations. Find me somebody. If you feel at the end of the day that you can do better, bring it to me. That's all you have to do. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Bring it. I have no problem with that. I would like to see something. At least that gives me some time to work on some other stuff, because I do not have time to be online looking for companies to take out. Because, again, at the end of the day, I got other things to do. Find me somebody. That's all. This is for people who are skeptical about our stuff. Go find me somebody. All right, do your research. Go look around. At the end of the day, and find me somebody that can take our stuff out. Because we go through this all the time. And they can always come back and they always buy. Every single time they buy. Compare my demonstrations to theirs. Matter of fact, forget them. Compare my demonstrations to certified. Because that's what we pretty much are more concerned with, certified. This stuff is too easy. That's awful. That's not even a well-lit environment. Look how dark the walls are in the background. No, no, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No. You are my sunshine, my own sunshine. Gotta be in a fully lit environment. I have anything outside. Got a couple of backyards I'm renting out too. On top of that, can't wait to get my hands on them backyards. Man, I love doing demonstrations outside. much I love you. Oh, we gotta add pictures in. I literally gotta get on the ball. I got so much stuff got on here. It's not even funny. I got pictures I gotta load on here right now. Fully lit environment. Got to be in a well-lit environment when you do your demonstrations. You see these screens? Fully lit environment. It's a comparisons against the gray wall like we're doing here in a commercial environment. The only difference now is we're going to be in all commercial environments. All demonstrations will be done in commercial environments. You know how brutal a commercial environment is? This is what we do. You know, the screen's hide in no dark. Any environment that I've been in, I've never changed the environment ever. That's a massive difference. We did the same thing here. In this environment, the same demonstration here in a commercial environment. It's the same thing. Now, we gotta back it up. Back it up. Back it up. If you want to sell product, you want to make good screen paint, you're going to have to back it up. You can't be doing these fake demonstrations. You only hurt yourself when you do this. When you comfort your screens like that, and you stick them in environments at the end of the day like that, you hurt yourself. That's what you do. Because you get in this environment has no mercy for you. What are you going to do in here? This is a office setting. Your lights have to be on in here. Your screen's going to have to operate. My projector's going to sit back 15 feet from my screen and fire up. When you can fire a screen up in the ceiling, gentlemen, you see this, gentlemen? I want you to look at this real quick. I want you to look at this picture. I'm just talking to the naysayers real quick. I want you to look at this real quick. Look real close at this picture. You see this right here? This is the kind of demonstration you're going to have to be able to pull off for people to buy your product. If you're going to call yourself having the ability to be able to be professional, you're going to have demonstrations like this. I can literally do this in a booth at a showroom. I can literally have a screen design. I can design my own ceiling in there and wall and set up in there and display up the ceiling and the screen at the same time. Do you know how powerful of a demonstration that would be at a trade show? People are in there looking at the screens. They're not expecting to see a screen on a ceiling with the lights on. And at that, with the projectors we're using are dirt cheap. That's the kind of impact you're going to have to show. So when I told you at the end of the day that if customers want to do a dedicated theater room, they can paint their ceiling that they want and convert it into a infinity ceiling that changes instead of spending $10,000 to $20,000 for when they have one installed. See what I mean? This is what customers find impressive about our demonstration. See this right here? I can drop the matrix in a fully lit environment with no problem. This is what I mean when I say that you sit in dark environments with your screen sitting on a floor because you're afraid of some light up in the ceiling. That was my environment. You know what I would do with that environment? I would have screens stretched around that environment with the windows open, and that ceiling would be painted with that black technology. Every single one of those lights would be on. I would even paint the floor just for fun. And I would be able to pull up in that environment with every single window with the lights on instead of sitting on the floor hiding away from a screen. You see the size? That's a 150-inch screen. Ceiling's 180 inches. Called real ambient light projection technology. You see my screen washing out or fading? No. Take that gray paint and do that at the end of the day and see what happens to your screen. Look at that. Any angle I pull, it pulls up. Oh, I forgot. Your stuff is not ultra short throw compatible, right? That's an ultra short throw sitting on the floor. That's a bend Q hitting the ceiling that cost me $120. That's it. I can watch a football game off a ceiling if I want. Come on, give me a challenge. Give me a challenge. Is there anyone here? Anyone here? So I feel like I'm Troy. Is anyone? Anyone? This is what my customers want at the end of the day. My customers don't want to see no demonstration with some screen sitting on a floor and some lights up. No, they want to see actual ambient light rejection technology where my screen sits where the light sits at. That's what they want to see. Ultra short throw, you can do it outside with no problem. Show contrast, color, white levels. I can sit 27 feet back on a projector that cost me $270 to the screen at 250 inches. Turn to the angle, pull a snowstorm with no problem. Yeah, that's what customers want. They don't want to be sitting in the dark with projectors that they spend a ton of money for, or have to spend a ton of money for, just to get this poor image. No one wants to sit there and eat a bowl full of onions all day. They want options. They can have the lights on or off if they choose, just like in here. So from now on, all challenges will be all commercial. When we get ready, all commercials. You'll do exactly the same that I do in my environments. And we'll have our special gray paint in there, side by side, splatter effect to show the difference. Gray paint, white screen. I like doing those, so they're fun. You gotta show me something. You gotta show me something. And this is the reason why people on YouTube, this is why they get mad at me at the end of the day. They get frustrated, they get angry, because we keep setting the bar up. Look at the reflection of the water bouncing off the ceiling. They hate this because we keep setting the bar up. And that's why when customers come in, if they're customers that they have any left, come in and say, hey, what do you think about that guy called Mr. Bird on YouTube? The first thing that comes out of their mouth is, oh, those videos are fake. He's using special camera equipment to do it. Well, now we cut down on that nonsense when we put those matching betters out there. So next time you want to talk trash about my videos not being legit, not being real, even though I'm on site more than you are, you match and better my stuff. Oh, but you can't do that, can you? I wonder how you treat your customers when they answer that question, if you do have any left. Because customers, if you do happen to contact them, you make sure that you ask them how come they haven't done the match and better demonstrations yet. That's all I'm asking. Look at that. Look how amazing that looks. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Look at that. That's sick, ain't it? All right, people, I got to go. This is what happens when you challenge God's technology at the end of the day. It's just powered by God's technology, right? That's what it is. So, you demons at the end of the day, you know what I'm talking about, not the naysayers, you demons. So when I challenge God's technology, go ahead, challenge it. Match or better. You got a new one coming today. Ambient light rejection technology. Inside, outside, at 100,000, you're going to do all that. If you can't do it, we're just going to keep pumping more and more and more. Keep it up. I'm going to put your companies on blast. I'm going to name you under these videos, which you don't want at the end of the day. So I would suggest you get the videos done. All right? All right, then. Because if I hear you mention me one more time, I'm definitely going to put your name up there. I'm going to put down Crow Screen Paint Products, Challenge, so and so and so. We already gave him one. We gave him one basically for contrast. Did he do that one yet? No, he didn't do that one yet at all, period. My people came back and told me nothing. He didn't do jack. So keep in mind, the more of these matching betters you don't do, the less and less people are going to desire your product. Remember, you talked all this trash about me. Remember? About me at the end of the day. So now you're going to have to back it up. So, oh, should we do back it up or pack it up? Those are pretty cool. Oh yeah, I'm going to do a back it up or pack it up challenge. All right, we're going to do a, this one right here. I'm definitely going to do this one right here. And let me see, I got a bunch of them on there too I want to do. Oh, definitely want to do this one. This one was pretty sick too. So we'll do a recording of this one. This is going to go on for shorts. And I got a bunch of them going to do. Match or better. Now keep in mind for the people out there, just so you know this in the day, that these naysayers in the day, like I said, they don't do anything. You see on their sites, they don't really back up their products. They're fake launch dates, stuff like that. They don't really take the business seriously at the end of the day. So this is why I said don't waste your time, don't waste your money basically buying a product that you're going to turn around and just get ripped off on. Guy can't match back up range gain. He doesn't know what that stuff is. Leave that stuff on there just for the sake of just having on there. The other one, surface matching house paint, it has a horrible return policy. Basically, if it lands on your property, it's yours. If you open it up, it's yours. How the freak are you going to know what's wrong? But if you don't open it up, there's no batch number showing the product's tested before you get it. So how do you know what you're getting? You could be getting house paint at the end of the day, which after we already saw the videos of a matching house paint, you definitely have house paint on your wall. and you paid $90 at the time he was charging at that time, $90 for house paint. Sure, $60, even too much. You can count them for 30. So at the end of the day, when you think about this, he got ripped off. Now, why hasn't anyone taken him to court? Well, it's like $60. You know, if you're going to file small claims, it's about $100-something. It'll cost you more money in filing fees to do that. So you're going to pay $100 for filing fees for something that's you paid $60 for. Now, say if you had like an event, something coming up, and you screwed up your event, which cost you thousands and thousands of dollars, and you could prove this, then you can take them to court. But most people, they're not going to take them to court for the simple fact that it's $60. The filing fees are going to be too much money. At the end of the day, it's going to cost you way more than $60 just to get $60 back. Unless you're going to sue them for mental anguish and stress, then you can get more than that. You get like maybe 12 grand out of them. But other than that, yeah, it has to be something on a larger scale. There we go. All right then, people. Be safe out there. Watch your back. Make sure what you're buying, you're getting exactly what you paid for. Because if not, you're just going to run the risk of just getting ripped off. Make sure that product is tested. Oh, I like this. Where do we get this design from? Okay, Burger Boy. I got to take some of these. Where are you at right now? I don't know where this place is. Turn this off. I'm going to take that PC off. And I got to go. Oh, by the way, we thank our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because if it wasn't for him, that definitely wouldn't have existed. Gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless. Oh yeah, Burger Boy.